Facebook. You can also respond, on any social media, and we'll get to you. But what do you think AI will change, good or bad? I'm going to share the best answers today through the show when we get to it here in a little bit. So you got time to get your answer up there. Meanwhile, lots of other stuff going on. So, I was number one in our March Madness bracket.
Mine has fallen.
All the time. All of a sudden, I'm like number 5. I'm getting my ass beat by, who's it, Scotty Snugs?
Yeah, I think so, man.
Scotty Snugs up there at the top.
He was last. Now he's at first.
Right.
The whole bracket, our whole thing just flipped.
Just flipped, yeah. Well, we're in the Final Four, so we'll see what happens. If Duke gets it, I may still.
Duke pulls it off, Patrick's got it.
But, that ain't a given at this point because this Final Four is a tough-ass Final Four.
It's going to be a good one. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, you got, Houston and
Auburn.
And
Duke.
And
who just went through this.
I'm trying to remember who's on
Houston. Remember?
No, Houston, Auburn, Duke. Who's Duke playing? Now I see you got me messed up.
Now we're all messed
up. Florida.
Or
you got Florida.
It's my team,
Florida.
I keep forgetting. Yes. And Florida's going to win.
Florida's tough. They might. Honestly, Auburn could, Florida really could, Houston could, Duke could.
Florida and Duke, I think, are the two.
Man, was it Florida that played Tennessee or Auburn? No, it was Florida, wasn't it?
Florida played Tennessee, yes.
Beat the hell out of them. Tennessee's been a great team.
Yeah, but they came back. They were coming back at the end, but they were blowing them out.
Now, I will tell you this, this was probably for a few hours, but my sons entered a bracket. They kind of co-did it together, Noah and Tyler, and they're on. I don't remember which side it is, but their particular bracket has a gazillion people in it. Like some crazy number, thousands.
Right.
And they were number one.
That's awesome.
Of all of them.
That's awesome, man. A lot of them will get prizes, man. They might mess around and win something, man.
Well, I think they got busted up pretty good. So I think they got to number one and then fell again. But it was just cool that they were by themselves in number one.
Seeing that, man.
I was like, that's pretty good. Yeah, man. That's pretty cool.
I'm always happy when I'm just in like the 100,000s in the ESPN because the ESPN has like millions.
Yeah. So
I'm always happy if I'm just in the 100,000s.
Yeah, I was for a minute.
Right now. We're in the millies.
Oh, I'm way down there now. Yeah. I tell you something I did that was funny over this past week, and I'll put this out there for anybody. Actually, the AI songs that we make here.
Right.
Lyrics to AI is the name of. Let me make sure I always. Lyrics to song.
It's a cool little song.
Lyrics into song.ai. Lyrics into song.ai. Had a friend, a guy I know, reach out, and he goes, listen, man, and I don't want to put his details out there. He was going through a breakup, basically. He's like, I need you to make me a song about XYZ. And he gave me some facts about her, and I made him a song just for him. Just a custom song for him to be pissed off with. He's like, I want you to make a song about da-da-da-da-da.
Man, maybe you found your niche. Maybe that's what your new thing is, making AI songs to suit people, man.
Yeah, so if you need an AI song made, if you've got a particular motive, if whatever that motive is, good or bad, I can help
stuff,
you.
Man, don't indict yourself.
No, I won't do that. And then also, as we've told you before, if you make a song that you like on the program, send it to us.
Oh, yeah.
And if we like it, we'll put it on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Let's get into a little bit of news that you can use, and then we've got a really, really good show today. And again, don't forget the AI question over on Facebook, which is basically asking what you think AI is going to bring to us. What's going to happen with AI? Is it good? Is it bad? What's it going to change? All right. So NASA, let's start right there with the astronauts. The two NASA astronauts who spent 9 months aboard the space station set to give a press conference today. Sonny Williams, Butch Wilmore, they were supposed to stay on for 8 days. That got extended because Boeing was their spacecraft was unsafe to return. They'll also be joined by a fellow astronaut, Nick Hague. He spent over 5 months in space before returning with them a couple weeks ago. That's a long time.
Way too long for just a couple of days, turning into a couple months.
Yeah, I might have fun for a couple weeks floating around up there, but after that, I'm like,
it gets old, man. Like he's like, yeah, all right, I've already seen all these stars. I've
seen it all. I'm tired of pooping in a bag.
I miss my dog. I miss my family.
Right. That's right. That's exactly right. I don't know who this is. Dochi. They're launching a new mental health hub. It's called Anxiety is Watching Me.
She's got that song called Anxiety.
Okay, it's a singer.
Yeah.
Okay. She dropped an Instagram post Friday, said, "Thank you for all the support you've given to my song. Now let me support you." The website has links to resources in many categories, including Mental Health America, the Text Crisis Line, the Trevor Project, and a lot more. Also a section that allows users to share tools and resources to deal with mental well-being. So that's great. I mean, I like hearing that.
Yeah.
Use your resources to do something good to really help people. Yeah, it's much better than an autograph, I promise you.
Right.
Okay. President Trump got candid about, I guess, being pissed off at Putin.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he said he's, quote, very angry with him. He said if a peace deal in Ukraine can't be reached and he thinks it's Russia's fault, he'll have to put more tariffs on their oil.
Uh-oh.
In a Sunday call with NBC, he cited Putin's recent remarks suggesting Zelensky was not a legitimate leader. He also commented on his efforts to reach a nuclear deal with Iran, saying, if they don't make a deal, there'll be bombing. I believe he means that.
Uh-oh.
I believe he means that. Let's see what else is going on here. There's a road in Montgomery Township, Pennsylvania, that has a speeder problem, so officials came up with a fix that's confused residents. They're kind of mad. Gray's Lane now has a wavy road pattern. The yellow and white curved lines run along 2 blocks of the road. Police addressed it, saying our highway safety officers and traffic engineers determined that this is the best course of action for the area to ensure the safety of local residents. Residents say not everyone's driving within the lines, and speed bumps would have done the trick.
I would just be pulling the e-brake, like doing some Tokyo drifting.
Yeah, that's it. Do the drift. That's right. It's like the roundabouts. I'll straighten them out as much as I can.
Oh, that's a challenge. Accepted.
No, I'm not at all upset with roundabouts. I will work them. I'll work them. Hey, here you go. This is, I guess, creative at least. In March Madness, is it causing disagreements in your relationship? Bet You is here to help with a college basketball championship 2025 prenuptial agreement. They offered the Hoops and Harmony contract to keep couples from fighting over the games. The agreement has couples decide exactly how many of the tournament games they're allowed to watch. Both parties have to agree to coordinate viewing schedules to prioritize activities and responsibilities. Diehard basketball fans know the annual tournament can be a stress test even for strong relationships, as they're focused on their brackets, and less enthusiastic partners feel like they're being sidelined. According to this, a survey of 1,000 couples, 28% say sports can cause friction in a relationship. Do sports cause friction in your relationship?
No. No. If it does, you've got more underlying problems, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't have that issue, but a quarter of those polls say they thought about breaking up because of it. No, that ain't the sport.
No, that's not the sport. That's the guy or the girl.
Sports watching habits are relationship deal breaker to 26%. 20% of women are frustrated about the time their partner's been watching the sport and feel neglected by their partner glued to the game.
That's insecurities.
24% of men say they're not willing to budge on their sports viewing time to make anyone happy. And 72% of guys will compromise on the time they spend to save their relationship.
The guys that don't, I just picture the big pot-belly beer drinking. You know what I'm saying? Like they're probably better off sitting on the couch.
No, they probably need to be alone anyway. The Wisconsin Supreme Court unanimously declined to hear a case filed by Democrats who sought to prevent Elon Musk from distributing $1 million check to 2 different voters. The court provided no explanation, but they had argued against Musk that the offer violated a law prohibiting inducements to vote. The election attracted unprecedented spending, surpassing $81 million. But nonetheless, he had put out a thing that said everybody who signs this petition,
Right.
2 people will get $1 million.
So will they not try to come back, you think, and sue?
No, and they got the money. I mean, they took him to court all the way to the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, no, he can do that.
Oh, so
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
they sided with him.
All right.
The U.S. Institute of Peace, a congressionally funded organization dedicated to promoting global conflict resolution, has laid off a significant portion of his staff. Listen, I don't believe that any of the things with any of the names matter. I think that all of them, they may name it this, but it does.
Right.
They're just putting money through it to do other things.
Yeah.
You know, they've created all these shell things the government has to run money through. So, yeah, keep scaling it down. I appreciate it. Employees were notified late via email sent to personal accounts Friday evening, informing them of immediate termination and providing a brief window to get your shit. They do get severance packages, by the way. President Trump said in a recent NBC News interview, he suggested he might seek a third term. Said, I'm not joking. He said, there are methods which you could do it.
War.
Come on, man. When you just, I know you're up there trying to have fun, but do you have to, man? Do you have to, man? Come on. House party in Tacoma, Washington turned tragic Saturday when gunfire erupted and left 2 people dead, 4 injured. Deputies responded to the scene after midnight, found a chaotic situation, 30 to 40 juveniles fleeing and screaming. Male victim found in the street. He was dead despite life-saving efforts. Another victim died in the hospital. The remaining 4 expected to recover. Victims were from 16 to 21, and they've arrested someone. We had some crazy stuff popping off in the Rock over the weekend.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, there was I think, a shooting, and there was also at least 2 car wrecks with fatalities. One of them,
they were running from the police.
Yeah, one was running about 130 miles an hour and had 4 kids in the car.
Crazy, man. They see all that stuff on the internet, and they're like, "Oh, we can all be NASCAR drivers." No, you can't, man.
No, you're not.
No.
Think
about the other people out there on the road, man.
Yeah, he turned his lights off and punched it up to 130, and unfortunately lost control and ran into trees. Now, the 3 other people, the passengers, had minor injuries, but he died.
That's bad news, man.
Train robbery, that's still a thing, but they're not stealing cattle, they're stealing sneakers. In Arizona, they arrested 2 individuals linked to a series of train robberies that targeted Nikes. Police stopped at Tahoe on Tuesday suspected of involvement. The 8 people fled, but the male driver was detained in a separate incident. A white Toyota 4Runner led officers on an 80-mile chase, ending near the California border after the female driver struck a guardrail and was ejected from the vehicle. Both suspects identified as people who weren't supposed to be here legally, and they had stolen over $2 million worth of Nikes since 2024.
Man.
So a lot of damn shoes right there.
Yes, it is.
And I'm going to tell you what, they're as good as stocks. They will sell.
Yes, they will.
People will buy those Nikes.
Man.
With a myriad of new ways to consume content, may seem as though listening to radio is something for older generations, but over 50 million people are listening to radio every week as of 2024. Many of them, it says, are Zoomers. That's Gen Z.
Right.
So apparently 78% of Gen Z listen to traditional radio, according to this from a British company. So I don't know if that applies here or not.
I listen to XM, but I stream everything off Google Play, man.
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe if you're, just driving around, you want music or something, but I don't know a lot of people that I know that are actively listening to any particular radio station with passion.
No.
And that's not, I'm not trying to knock. I'm just saying that most of them they're all the same.
There's some
basically.
DJs I like listen to. I listen to Shady 45 on XM, and there's some DJs I'll tune into, like hear their scramble mixes and stuff that I'm not like hardcore, like
but
jumping
not
in
regular
my car.
radio people.
No.
Okay, I didn't know if you got down to regular. I mean, occasionally I'll put it on. If I'm just bored, I might throw it on the radio for a second, but as soon as 7 minutes of commercials start, I'm like, this is why I don't like it.
Yeah. That's why I like XM, because they really don't have the radio. It's just like they're either talking cool stuff or it's something playing.
Yeah. An 81-year-old waitress named Betty from Ross Township, Pennsylvania, able to retire after a viral video and crowdfund raised over $300,000 to support her. It was started by Tammy Conzier, a customer who was touched by her story and shared it online after learning she was still working due to financial need. 81.
Man.
And she was working as a waitress.
That's wild.
Yeah, just to make ends meet so the community.
What would you do if an 81-year-old waitress came to you and did your food? Like, you'd have to tip her, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be like, I would feel bad. I'd have to give her, like, a really good tip. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I would definitely give her
That's somebody's grandma.
tip if she did a good job.
Even if she did a horrible job, I think I would tip her.
She's slow. I'm like, no, you don't deserve that. I'm kidding. I'm completely kidding.
She's bringing your food up with a walker.
You're right. The community support poured in and allowed Betty the opportunity to rest, travel, or handle expenses as she wants. That $300,000, she'll be able to pretty much go.
Yeah.
Pretty much the rest of her life.
She's good, man.
She's pretty solid now. Brittany Killian, she's a school secretary in Fairview, North Carolina. She was given a brand new car on Good Morning America in recognition of her selfless service during Hurricane Helene. She'd used her unreliable car to deliver supplies to hard-hit areas and earned widespread praise from her community for being out there nonstop doing it. The surprise gift will help Killian continue to support her family and others and not have to worry about her car breaking down all the time.
Awesome.
That's cool, too. Linkin Park has a new single. It looks like we're going back to, the early 2000s. Man. Evanescence just dropped a track.
But that's not really Linkin Park.
Oh, no.
Well, it's not the lead singer, man.
It's not Chester Bennington,
no,
is it?
It can't be. Well,
no, it's not.
Unless something's happened.
No, they have a female singer now, remember?
Right.
They released Up From the Bottom, their first new song since last year's From Zero album. The track will be featured on an upcoming deluxe edition of the album set for release in May. They wrote and recorded it during their Zero World Tour. So that's out there. In a surprise, not really, but Jason Statham's Working Man took the top spot at the box office this weekend. It debuted at number 1, did about $15 million. But that's because everybody universally hates Snow White. This version of it, at least, it fell 66% and only took in $14 million in its second week. That's not good.
That's not Disney numbers.
No, it's definitely not. They are. I think the technical term is they're losing their ass.
Yeah.
KFC, if you need to know, and you do, just brought back their fan favorite $10 Tuesday deal for a limited time. It offers a bucket of 8 pieces of chicken for $10. It's only available on Tuesday, so get your chicken deal on. Scientists are exploring the creation of bodyoids, which are human bodies grown in artificial wombs without consciousness or the ability to feel pain.
Whoa.
What? You want to talk more about that?
Yeah, so like a little voodoo doll, kind of?
Well, right. Yeah. As a matter of fact, let's pause that. We'll talk more about that.
That's wild, man.
We'll talk more about that one. The Final Four is set. So all the tickets to the NCAA Men's Final Four have been punched. Tech versus Florida. Florida beat them 84-79. Duke put it on Alabama, 85-65. Houston walloped Tennessee, 69-50. And Auburn topped Michigan State, 70-64.
I thought Michigan was going to give Auburn a pretty good run on that one.
Yeah,
they got that 7-foot kid on there. I didn't know they got 2 7-foot people. I think
it's been a great run this year. I think.
Yeah,
it's been really interesting.
War damn Eagle.
Apparently, women's sports are making historic moves in the collectible trading card market. On Saturday evening, Golden Auctions closed bidding on a one-of-a-kind Caitlin Clark autograph rookie card. That 2024 Panini Prism WNBA gold vinyl card brought in a price of $366,000.
That's crazy.
That shattered the previous record of $234,000, also set by Caitlin Clark in December.
That Panini, thing I was showing you online where I do that online trading on the cards, that's a Panini. Like, they hit some money on some of them things, man, and people drop it too.
Wow, man. On Saturday, this is really interesting. On Saturday, the Yankees unloaded with a record 9 home runs in a single game. It was a 20-9 beatdown of the Brewers, but it gave haters a chance to criticize the team and the legality of new bats they're using. Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Anthony, I assume you say Volpe, are using bats that have been modified to where the barrel of the bat is closer to the label, where both hitters tend to make the most contact.
The sweet spot.
Yeah. The Yankees brought in former MIT physicist Aaron Leonhardt to improve communication between those in the team's analytic department and the players to assist with the new bat design. Major League Ball confirmed the bats meet the legal standards, the league standards, and are legal, but it won't stop the whining as long as home runs are going out.
They were busting them the other day.
I mean, whatever change they made, you set a record of 9.
Man, they were belting them out the other day.
Yeah,
man.
just
crazy.
clobbering it, man. See, I love this. I mean, if I can't have steroids, can I have these bats everywhere?
Exactly.
Make it fun, would you? Broken NIL promises appear to be causing a rift between player and their coach. This time, University of Texas San Antonio basketball coach Austin Claunch called out by 2 players who said he lied about NIL money they'd be getting. That'd be a big problem. Be a real big problem. Those players also happen to be 2 of the team's top scorers and rebounders, Raekwon Horton and Damari Monsanto, both transferred to the school from other programs, and 6 figures in unpaid NIL money appeared to be why. A text conversation showed him offering $125,000 in straight NIL in exchange for his commitment. He later responded saying, "Never got it either." About a half hour later, they posted that the coach blocked his number. Remains to be seen if anything was in contract, but it's a bad look for the team and the coach ethically, honestly. That's
nobody will believe anything they tell them.
No, not at all. That's not the way that you want to go, man. No. All right.
If I was that dad, I'd be whooping somebody's ass.
Well, hell yeah. Somebody's going to catch that ass whooping, aren't they?
I'm telling you.
Yeah. And let me go ahead and take a moment to mention Fitz Auto here. If you are looking for a vehicle, look no further than Fitz Auto. They've got very great vehicles, any kind of vehicle you can imagine. And look, being summer, you might be interested in a motorcycle, or coming up summer. A motorcycle, they've got ATVs over there. They've got travel trailers like the pull-behinds. I mean, anything you can imagine. They got the
slings, too, I think. I think I've seen some of those slings on there.
I've seen them. Sometimes they'll have Can-Ams. They'll have those amphibious units.
They got anything with wheels and a motor. They got it.
Yeah, they got it.
They probably got some pimping lawnmowers.
They might. I wouldn't be shocked, as a matter of fact. And don't worry, you can still get it even if you have had credit challenges. Fitz Auto, they're their own bank, so they take care of you themselves, so it's real easy. You go to 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock, or online at fitzauto.com. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna drop this song in. This was just a fun song I made just for S and giggles, if you will. I think everybody will like it. It's a shout out to our city.
Oh, so this is a good one.
It's got a funky beat. It's a lot of fun, and I think that you'll dig it. So let's do this.
Take a ride down Broadway. There's a party tonight. The 501's gonna be bumping. Guys better dress right. These Arkansas ladies jumping. And if it ain't us playing, it ain't that 501 party vibe. I mean, I'm just saying, we show the funkiest try. We ain't just funky, we funky in your face. We boosting up beats and pushing the bass. 501, so business we carrying beats in a briefcase. Let's go to work. Getting funky in the 5 to the O to the 1. They getting funky on University Avenue, way down Cantrell too. They bustin' beats out on Pleasant Valley, all the way across the city in a downtown Little Rock alley. You damn well know they bringing that swing over around Geyer Springs. They all just wanna get funked. They wanna feel that backbeat, bouncing in the backseat, riding down these back streets. Put the track on repeat. We just funky, we funky in your face. We boosting up beats and pushing the bass. 501, so business, we carrying beats in a briefcase. Let's go to work. Shout out up Arch Street with a funky beat. No funky beat. Shout out Stiff Station and rolling down Chenal. We in the 501, y'all. Tell me you're feeling this right. That's the 501 on any night. Beat so cold, your ass got frostbite. 501 so funky, we just lit your pilot light. Is that gas? We ain't just funky, we funky in your face. We boosting up beats and pushing the bass. Bumping in the rock, way out College Station, over at the Cowboy, shit, at the filling station. That's how it's done in the 501.
Well, I guess it ended.
That gas.
Yeah, that's right. It's that gas, man. Good morning to everybody. It is Patrick and the people. And remember, if you can, we are going to be on the blocks.
Man.
That is a reality show that Gunnar and I are going on coming up very soon. Matter of fact, next month. So what we are trying to do is we need just a few more dollars to cover our expenses while we're there. If you could help us out on our, you can see it in the bottom right of the screen. We've got a little fundraiser there, $1, $5, $10. Any little dollar will help us to cover that. We're going to go to Tulsa, and it's a 5-day reality show. It's the 5th season of the show. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called The Blocks, and what it is, it's an entrepreneur competition. So we'll go there. We'll work with other big-time CEOs, big-time company people, very, very successful people who mentor, and then you compete with the other entrepreneurs to win money. And so not only do you get to compete for money, but you get people who are working to help you make. Basically, what we're going to be working on is making this the best program it can be.
Right.
You know, taking all their ideas, working with them on that, fleshing things out. And so if you want to see us on TV, and help us out with that, we would sure appreciate it. It would really mean a lot if you can. All right. So let's talk about this, man. You wanted to talk about it. How do you feel about ethically sourced human bodies for spare body parts?
I want to go back to the ethical part of it.
Yeah. That's where your question is?
That's kind of...
Scientists are now exploring the possibility of growing bodyoids. These, quote, ethically sourced bodies would reduce animal testing, improve drug development, alleviate organ shortages. Some might find the concept disturbing. Medical professionals point out there are currently 100,000 patients waiting for organ transplants just in the U.S., and this might be part of the solution. Well, wait, I saw this movie. It has Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson.
Right.
It's called The Island, and it's a banger of a movie. There's no ethically sourced body parts you can create unless you don't have a body. You could just grow an arm, that's fine.
I thought that's where they were heading with this stuff already.
Yeah.
I thought they were already doing that. So why do they have to do this?
I don't know. If you had a row of arms planted or a row of legs or a big old row of penises growing,
that'd be one thing. But to grow something and say, oh, it's not, it's like killing a fish. Oh, the fish ain't filling that hook.
Yeah, no, we'll make a body that it's not anything but a body. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no.
Hey, if you are growing penises in a lab, by the way, does it bloom, so to speak? Is that how you know it's ready?
No, maybe the testes drop on it.
Yeah. Look, it's blooming. It's blooming. Now, this is wild, man. Listen, you can't be growing bodies and tell me, so you're not going to grow brains then. You don't need brains at all. So you're just going to grow a body without a brain.
They're saying they're doing that so it's like, oh, it's not filling any. It don't have any sensors.
No, but what else did they tell us too? No, we don't know anything about how COVID happened. Yeah, right.
Some old, what they call them, noids or whatever.
Bodyoids.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like those, but like like a zombie one. You know what I'm saying? Because they're saying like, like for real. That's what's popping in my head.
Look, something
like one of them's gonna escape and go through town and start murdering people. And
well, look, that's basically in the island. Of course, they were human beings,
Right.
But I just, I don't believe them when they tell me they're going to grow it without brains and stuff. I mean, sometimes nature finds a way, doesn't it? I mean, you might
Right.
not want it
Look
to
at
have a
us.
brain. If you look at this show, fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Check this out. Loyalty tests have become quite the thing over social media, so much so that some business-minded people have turned it into a business. So companies like loyaltytest.com have popped up, and it gives people who question their relationship
nope.
a way to test their significant other's faithfulness. Now, it could be argued that if you feel the need to do it, then maybe you have your answer.
Right.
But those interested in the service log onto the site. They choose a loyalty package offered by the tester of their choice. From there, the tester makes their move on the customer's significant others, and the chips fall where they may. Most customers of the loyalty test are women, and around 20% of those tested do fail.
I seen this the other day on television. They were doing this.
What do you think?
Was it Kelly and her husband that's on television? About, you know what I'm saying, about 11 o'clock.
Oh, Kelly Ripa?
And her husband?
Yeah, I think so.
So they were doing a lie detector test on this stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were asking each other questions.
Oh.
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
And then the last question they said, they were like, do you think this marriage will last? No, like, don't do that. No, man. Like, no, man. Like, no.
No, it depends on
Like,
the mood of the
what
moment.
if they would have said yes and that would have said no and that would have been on national TV?
Yeah, that'd
like,
be bad, wouldn't it?
That would have been horrible.
If I find out you hired a loyalty detector, it's the end of my loyalty.
Right.
You don't have to wait to find
gotta
out
wait on the
before the
results.
tester.
I'm going to show you the results.
Yeah, just don't let me. If I find out before the tester approaches me, if I know you sent someone, I'm about to set up the most elaborate shit you can imagine.
Man.
I'm going to get the tester to meet me in my hotel. I'm going to tell her to dress like a hot dog with cutouts for her boobs because that's what gets my jollies off. When she shows up, I'm going to have the best video in the world. I'm going to have her put mustard and relish all over herself. Then I'm going to walk out with a phenomenal video for my soon-to-be ex. Like, here you go, honey. Here's your tester, and here's divorce papers. I'm out.
There you go.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Man. If your girl did that to you, would you be? How mad would you be?
Nah, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be done. Like, that's crazy, man.
That's intense. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, man, you're asking for trouble. First of all,
yes.
You're sending a snake.
I don't trust those tests as it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I mean they're sending women in to try to tempt them.
yeah, like
You know,
what happens when you get two women on a guy asking them questions like, we're already gonna fail. They're gonna team up, and then we're gonna get it wrong. Like, no.
No, you're right. Let's see what the people are saying so far. Brad said good morning.
Morning.
Tasha said good morning. What's up, little doggy?
What
Yeah, Tasha said, little doggy, you're back.
Right.
Let's see. Tasha said, my daughter and baby are getting over COVID.
Man, I seen that.
Yeah, that's tough,
Prayers
man.
to y'all, man.
Yeah. Brandon said good morning. What up, man? Let's see who else is out here talking to us. Brandon said that was funky. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Good morning, guys. How are y'all today? It's Sean Skelton. Sean, doing
What
good,
up?
buddy. Good. I hope that you're doing well. I helped Sean and his amazing wife get a home sometime back, and they're doing great. And I'm
That's
really,
awesome.
really happy for them. I did a good weekend overall, helping.
You
folks
get some
out.
stuff finally going. You were saying it was kind of slow for the spring break a little bit.
I didn't figure it out until Friday.
No,
I've been sitting there twiddling my thumbs, talking to the Lord, going, I don't know what's going on in the world. All of a sudden, I'm not getting any calls. And then by Friday, somebody said it was spring break. I went, oh, shit, okay. Everybody's got their kids home. That's what's going on, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me mention this to you. If you are, dealing with, let's say, anxiety, you're dealing maybe with inflammation, things of that nature, you might consider CBD, especially if you're not one who could take advantage of or does not want to take advantage of medical marijuana. And there are many out there that don't, and I get why. Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals, they do tailored CBD sublinguals. Now, how is that different? Well, number one, you put a drop under your tongue. You don't take a gummy, you don't take a tablet, anything like that. because those you only absorb 20% of. With this, you get 80% of it, and it's instant because of the blood-brain barrier. When you put it under your tongue, it immediately goes to work. So it's very effective. And what they do, let's say that you do have inflammation. Maybe you're like me, you have some arthritis or you have something else, right? And you get it, you try their a relief version, and you need it to be a little bit stronger. Well, they'll bump it up for you. They'll absolutely make it stronger for you. They'll do it until you have your own custom blend, and that's what will come to you every single month. Okay,
that's what's up.
If you want to try it, and a lot of people have, and I'm hearing very good feedback from it. Go to bantx.com, bantx.com, and if you want to get 25% off, and who wouldn't, put in PATP25, and that'll do it for you right there. And you'll be happy you did. Matter of fact, we got to get Jerry back in here pretty soon to talk more about CBD, and need to get Chase Murphy back from Good Day Farms as well. All right, let's talk about this. Kim Kardashian apparently needs to make her underwear less yummy or possibly more. I don't know. Sarah Oakley of Broomfield, Colorado, received a $13,000 veterinary bill after her rescue dog, Rita, ate 5 pairs of Skims underwear. Sarah adopted Rita in January, found the dog laying in a pile of dirty clothes with underwear missing. Rita had eaten them before and vomited them back up, but this time they stayed missing. She said she took Rita to the vet after she vomited for 24 hours. They had to do surgery to get it out. She started to GoFundMe to cover it and reached out to Kim Kardashian to suggest something, an edible underwear line or something. But here's an unpopular opinion, I promise you. My dog's going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't spending $13,000 on anything
No, man.
for my dog. As soon as the doctor says $13,000,
I'll be like, go on and put him down.
yeah, that's my next question. How much to put her down?
Yeah.
That $300 is more in line with my budget. Let me tell her bye. What about you, man?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hard one, man. But yeah,
I mean,
love
as
my
much
dog,
as you love a dog, $13,000.
but man, that's 13 grand, man. Like,
Yeah. Look, but I will admit that dog's a freak like Brian on Family Guy.
man.
He wants to hook up with his owner. If your dog's gnawing on your underwear like that,
Man.
either you're funky as a monkey or he's in love. I don't know which it
Might be
is.
a combo.
Could be that. Oh, man. Shit.
You ever go to somebody's house and the dog runs to the house with the panties on? I've seen people's house. Like, dogs do that. It's embarrassing. It has to be, man.
I've never seen that.
I've seen it happen.
I'll tell you what I did see happen.
Uh-oh.
I was single. I was much younger, and I was dating a girl. And we were watching TV or so. We were just hanging out in her house in the living room or whatever, and she had a dog, and the dog disappeared, which wasn't uncommon. The dog would come and go. And but it came back in the living room. I thought it had a toy. Well, it did. It was a dildo. It brought her dildo in there.
You're like, thanks, homie.
Yeah. Appreciate the assist. You might want to rinse this off, baby. I mean, no, that was the weirdest thing. He just came.
Maybe
it's
that,
like
maybe
flopping
that
in
dog
his
was
mouth.
trained when she laid on the couch to bring it out.
Maybe it was, man. He was like, "Is it go time?
There we go.
Is it go time?" I should have thought about that. How many times has this dog played this prank? You know, go fetch the bone. Well, it's not the bone I thought was coming. Oh,
that's hilarious. That's a good one, though, man.
it's true though. A New Jersey police chief, he's been accused by 5 of his officers of turning the department into an animal house rife with harassment against his employees, including incidents of him taking a dump on the office floor, spiking the office coffee pot with
hell yeah.
Adderall and Viagra.
Yes.
He jabbed one officer in the penis with a hypodermic needle. Chief Robert Farley's a veteran of the North Bergen PD, accused of harassing officers outside of the office by sending packages to their homes containing sex toys and gay pride flags,
That's awesome.
as well as retaliating against them by denying promotions and assigning officers to the night shift. According to the notices to sue that the officers submitted to the township, anyway, To file a lawsuit in New Jersey, a person must first submit a notice indicating their intent to sue. You know,
that's some good shit, man.
That's what I'm saying. The last few years, all you hear about is how bad police are. You finally have one who's all about fun.
Right.
And you want to charge him? You want to sue him for what? Making things spirited to the department? Viagra in the coffee pot's genius.
That's awesome,
how
man.
could an officer be mad?
Them are gonna be like they're gonna be on point that day.
Yeah, no, they ain't gonna be able to write you a ticket. He's gonna be humping his own exhaust pipe. Maybe slamming the trunk lid on it to get it to go down.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
That's good, clean fun, man.
That's awesome.
What else could you add to the police department coffee pot? He's got Adderall. He's got Viagra. What else could you put? Some X-Lax in there maybe one day, help them all out?
Some X-Lax in their donuts.
Yeah. Speaking of trouble, what if you've run into some legal trouble? Maybe it's a custody issue or something that you and your siblings can't agree on. Well, let me tell you who can help you out. Why don't you just check this right here? You know what? As a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when somebody dies and they don't have a will. And the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out.
Big game is on tonight. I got it in some parlays. The 75-inch is shining bright. Got a blizzy in the ashtray. Getting snacks, about to finish. I hear him start the anthem. Gotta hurry, I can't miss this. But then here comes my tantrum. Who the fuck ate my Doritos? Just day before I got the big bag. Nothing here but Tostitos. We got ourselves a real scumbag. I don't know if it was my wife or my daughter or my son. How can this even be my life? What the hell have I done? Well, I don't give a damn who done it. They're gonna catch a fresh one. Somebody better haul ass and run it and go give me a new one. Who the fuck ate my Doritos? Just day before I got the big bag. Nothing here but Tostitos. We got ourselves a real scumbag. Not a damn person in the place. By God, it's only me. Just wanna put the smack on one face. But who knows, maybe three. I'll have to go Tostitos and ranch. Game's already started. I swear to God I'll never answer when they ask who farted. Oh, who the fuck ate my Doritos? Just day before I got the big bag. Nothing here but Tostitos. We got ourselves a real scumbag.
Man, you serious about some Doritos, man?
Man, yeah. Don't eat my Doritos, bro. Come on, man.
That's
Don't do that, man. I get mad.
That's an awesome little Doritos and the Tostitos. Like
This is fun. It's good for ball games. You know what I
like
mean?
that,
It's good
man.
for ball games.
I like that one.
So I had gone on social media and asked the question, what do you think AI will change, good or bad? And just give a few answers for now. Drunken Cryptids, that's Matthew. You know Matt, on here. He's our Bigfoot enthusiast. He said, I think it'll take away from artists, music, writers, and art.
I do too.
It might. I mean, just
It'll help. I think it'll help them, but I think it'll also hurt them.
It will to some degree. I mean, I know this sounds silly, but I mean, look at what I'm doing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like,
you know, I'm a novice. I'm using a pretty rudimentary program to do what I do, and it puts out some bangers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can only. So yeah, it'll change things now.
But on the other end of it, you got to think that you're taking away from somebody you could be paying $15, $20 to write those songs for you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the other side of the coin.
Well, the other side too is a lot of people might be like, you know, for example, I'm good at writing the lyrics, but I don't produce or make music.
Right.
I can use my skills to write and apply that.
Yes.
If one of my songs blew up, and it could, why couldn't it happen?
Right.
I'm not saying it will, but
it could.
You know. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to load all of them on YouTube in lyric videos. So I'm going to put them all up and just see what happens.
I seen one of them videos of that. That's wild how they do that, man.
It is wild.
Is that like an AI girl, too? Is that like a real person?
Which one?
With the girl and she's like dancing kind of.
Oh, it's AI. Well, I mean, I assume she was real.
I didn't know if that was like an AI generated.
No, it's stock footage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's stock footage. Tasha said, I think the intentions will be good on making these AIs, but I think it'll turn bad. They made two AIs who ended up making their own unintelligible language to communicate faster with each other. I think if everything isn't done perfectly in creating these, it will end badly. Also, I think it'll take away from arts and enjoying going to concerts or live performances. Could be. I believe they could cure diseases too, but Big Pharma won't go for that because they'll lose money. Mm-hmm. Well, they may not have a choice, but to your point, those are all concerns I think a lot of people have. I think those are the real ones.
Yeah.
Sean says it has its ups and downs. Good because it could be beneficial to humankind. Could come up with hella good cures. Downside, it goes rogue and kills us.
Right.
Yeah. No, that would be bad if it goes rogue.
We've
and
all
kills
seen
us.
the AI. What is it?
The Terminator and all that.
Will Smith movie. What's
Oh
that
yeah.
one? What is the name of that movie?
It's the Isaac Asimov book, I, Robot.
I, Robot.
That's the name of it. I, Robot.
Yes.
All right, let me see. I might have one more here. Amanda said maybe it'll be beneficial for those with learning disabilities, helping people live longer, cure cancer, male pattern baldness. I saw a Japanese illustrator said he's disgusted by it and thinks humans are losing connection to life and need to create the art themselves. So we'll probably get factory-style tattoo shops, but the real G's will burn them down.
Right.
Maybe so.
I've seen that online too. The AI tattoo. That I just.
Is there? What is that?
Man, like you just
What are
put
you
in the
talking about?
design and this machine starts.
Oh, the machine doing it.
Doing the tattoo on you, man. That's some.
You know,
Like our copiers jack up every once in a while.
yeah,
What's gonna happen when your arm gets caught in the copier?
I just don't know, man. I'm just not sure.
No, man.
I'm not sure about that.
And you
I don't know. I need the
The
chance.
whole tattoo thing is like a therapy session too. You know what I'm saying? Like
There's a weird. You're right.
you talk to the artist. If you have a good one, you can sit there. You have a good conversation. To get in the pain, that's a therapeutic thing too. Like it's.
And the other thing is, look, the machine's probably going to make your tattoo perfect, and that's fine.
If it don't go haywire, if the Wi-Fi don't go
I'm
out,
saying, if it right in the middle of it, power
you're
outage.
stuck there for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
How long was that tattoo? It was 15 hours, but it only took 6 hours of tattooing.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I want a human being to do it. I
No,
like the little
1000%.
things that are off a little bit with
Yes,
tattoos.
you want-
They
yes.
make, you know, I mean, there's just, I don't know. It is about connection.
No,
with people, isn't it?
1000%, man.
Yeah, no, I think it sure is. Let me make mention to you guys, if you don't know, I am a real estate agent, and
real estate agent.
Thank you, man. I help people buy and or sell houses. Working with a lot of folks right now, but I do want to tell you one story of a client that I'd been working with. We just closed on a house, but it just kind of gives you an idea of what you can expect at times. You know, it's not always that you just go out, pick a house, you get that house, and it's done. You know. And so I like to help people set expectations that, yeah, you may find one, you may bid on it, you may or may not get it. You know, it just depends on what the market's doing. But in this particular case, and they were first-time home buyers, and I'm so happy I was able to help them out. I mean, they're just very cool people. They're super young, and she's a nurse, and just great people. So the first house we picked out, we thought we got it under contract. And the first thing that happens, if you don't know, when you buy a house and you get it under contract, and what that means is you've agreed on whatever the terms are.
Right.
You know, whether you offered the full price, whatever it is, they've accepted it, you've accepted it. So the next step is you'll get an inspection. Now, an inspector comes in, and their job is to look at every single thing. Like, you have to be a really unique individual with a mindset to be an inspector, because it's super tedious. You have to go through every electrical outlet. You got to check all the windows. You got to check all the doors, the HVAC under the house.
Right.
I mean, the roof, everything. They go through every single thing. And then you get a report that tells you, you know, what the problems are, okay, or potential problems are. And then you can negotiate again normally, you know, if work needs to be done. So in this case, we got the inspection report. The seller didn't want to negotiate.
Uh-oh.
So we let it go. And we got another one under contract. And I'll be damned, the same thing happened.
Man.
We got it under contract, got an inspection. There were problems. They didn't want to negotiate. They didn't want to do any more than they had done. So she almost gave up. She was just like, well, maybe it's just not a good time.
Right.
And I lost her for a few days, but I reached back out to her and I said, listen, you know, I got something here. Take a look at this, you know. And that last one that we got to, thank God, it was the best of the three. It had almost zero things to be done. And she ended up with a home she was way happier with, even though she was heartbroken on the first two.
It's the way it works sometimes.
It is. It's just a journey. And if you understand that and try as best you can not to get emotional about it, and that's hard.
Too, man.
It's hard when you're buying a house.
You see a house and you're like, oh, this is it. And you're already picturing yourself in there.
Yes. No, you're already just.
You're like, I know what I'm going to do with this room. And then they're like.
Yeah, you're doing the decor.
Something happens and you're just like, what?
No, you're exactly right.
It's deflating.
It is very deflating. That is exactly the right answer. It's deflating.
But if you have an awesome dude like Patrick and fix all that stuff, then you get reflated and you're ready to play.
Well, sometimes, you know, you can definitely do that. Now, listen, my client that I'm talking about, she used I'm always telling you guys about Josh Taylor over at First Horizon. They took advantage of one of the things that he had. And I'm telling you, he's got grants up to $9,000, and they're the only ones I know that do. So give Josh a call over there. It's 351-2579, 351-2579. His name is Josh Taylor. Chad, I don't want you to tell anything overly private, but I was thinking about this over the weekend. So, and I'll leave up to you, however you want to lay it out, okay? But I feel like some people don't truly know what you've overcome in life to be the amazing business owner you are.
Oh, man.
Now, I'm willing to bet there's some people on a journey now. Maybe they don't know what they're capable of.
Right.
Would you kind of share some of your journey and obstacles you overcame? You don't have to go into detail, but just in general, to be as successful as you are now. You didn't just come out of the womb and become successful.
Not a blueprint or anything like that, but man, I'm just coming up hard. Like all my teachers telling me, like, that I'm a kid in the school saying, like, you're not gonna be nothing, you're not gonna amount to shit, you know, all that stuff here and that all my whole life, man.
Yeah.
And just keep pushing through, and when you finally break through, dude, it's so well.
But I mean,
the journey, but the journey I went through, man, is like, There was jail. There was heartache. There was, I mean, everything, man.
Let me try to help lay it out a little bit without going into detail. So, as Chad said, number one, he grew up in a pretty tough area,
Right.
And kind of hard area, kind of poor, if you will.
Yeah, no, yeah,
right.
1000%.
Like me, I grew up in Southwest, but I know where you were, and it was even, it was as rougher than where I was for sure, right? Then you had teachers who didn't believe in you.
Yes.
Who ran you down
Right.
and didn't support you.
A horrible parent.
Yeah, you had a challenging parent situation. You had trials and tribulations maybe with certain substances here and there.
Right.
Is that fair?
That's very fair.
Okay. Some of your actions led for you to be incarcerated for a period of time. Is that correct?
That's very fair.
Right. So you've had literally every single reason to be the guy who doesn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you've had every reason to give yourself permission to go, look, this world's against me, life's against me.
No, I ain't got very many friends because most of them are dead or locked up, and that's not me.
That's facts.
That's facts.
No, I know that's facts. That includes your brother.
Yes.
Yeah. I know this is a fact. So what is it, would you say, that has, in spite of everything you've been through, Chad, in spite of all the adversity you had to overcome, how did you get to the other side? What is it in you that kept you going?
My mom.
Yeah?
Just, I mean,
That's a
and
great
not
answer.
really, and not to be a jab or anything like that, but just to prove people like I can do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
a chip on your shoulder.
I figured if I can turn my mom, like I could turn anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
And it happened.
No, yeah.
I mean, now you're a very successful businessman in Conway. You give to the community. You give back to your community. You do a lot of stuff there. You know a lot of people. You help a lot of people.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, you might be, amongst people I know, one of the more loved people. I mean, people love Chad, man. And it's hard not to. He's just good
I
people.
appreciate that, man.
And that's why you have a lot of repeat business as well, I think.
Yeah. I really appreciate it. Coming from you, man, that really hits, man.
No, it's true, man. I was thinking about it over the weekend, and I was thinking, man, here's a cat that's just gone through so much, in life, to come out the other side, and that's hard to do.
I feel like I'm still pushing through though too.
All of us do, man. That I can't say all of us. I would imagine for most people, it's like that. We all at some point have imposter syndrome in our own lives.
Right.
Because I mean, it's just like, how you feel when, let's say, you don't do shit wrong in your life. Maybe, here we go. Listen to these guys here. They're doing some work in there, so just be patient. You'll hear some stuff in the background. But, you're what was I saying?
They cut me off too.
You son of a bitch. As I wanted to say,
Talking
make a
about
point.
pushing through and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Just everybody feel like we're still.
Oh
doing
yeah, that's what it
you know
was.
what I'm saying?
Is that we have imposter syndrome because just like let's say that you at one point you were somewhat of a a ne'er do well, an F up.
Yeah.
You messed around with stuff. You probably did some drugs or drank or whatever your bag was. You were in trouble. And so when you were younger, when police pulled up behind you, it did freak out, right? And then let's fast forward 20 years when you don't do any of that.
Freak out,
and
man.
the cop pulls up behind you, you still feel that
Hell
way, right?
yeah.
That's a tiny taste of imposter syndrome. You're not even carrying anything that'll get you in trouble, and you still get anxious.
And I don't. It's like all the old cops that mess with me are retired now.
Yeah. But we still feel that way. But I
Yes.
think that applies to other things in life too.
No,
Sometimes
1000%.
our old feelings haunt our new lives.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you feel like I'm still not really there. But
Yes.
but you are in so many ways. But I appreciate you saying that because, if ever I think people reach a point where they're like, well, there's nothing I need to do, then you're already going the opposite direction.
Right.
If you ever stop trying to learn and grow,
Yeah.
you're failing yourself
Yes.
and everyone around you,
Yes.
to be honest.
Yeah, that's 1000%.
Yeah, you got to push yourself. You have to push yourself a lot.
That's the whole reason I did this podcast. And I mean, my anxiety and stuff like that. I was like, if I could do this, like that was another little thing I set. Like, if I can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I can talk to these people, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
That was another thing that helped me this show helped me, man. I'm like,
that's awesome to hear. I did not know that.
yeah.
That's
like,
cool to
it's
hear
helped me,
that
like,
you've used it as a vehicle to help you overcome a fear.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
I mean, you remember when I was on the edge for the first time, man? Like, I was white as a ghost. Like, I couldn't.
He could barely see anything, man. I felt
My son laughed at me for 6 months after that, man. I was like, I gotta
work on
yeah,
this a little
I gotta
bit.
fix this, man.
Yeah, no, it's great, man. And you know what I like about this more than anything else is connections.
Man.
It's meeting people, it's talking to people, it's a community that you build, that you become part of. And that's special in a lot of ways because look, I mean, a lot of us go through life and maybe you have a ton of friends, but a lot of us don't have that many friends.
You got a small circle.
We have a small circle. I know a lot of people. I know a whole lot of people.
Yeah, that's me too.
But that doesn't mean that I hang out with every one of those people or that they all know what's going on in my life all the time.
That's right.
And that's something that, in our little group here, our little community, that we share with each other.
Yeah.
We at least come to where we are.
We got a brotherhood up here for sure.
Yeah, it's a fellowship. It is a
sisterhood.
Fellowship. Yes, and sisterhood. That is accurate. Let's see what people are saying here. Tactical Turkey said, "Good morning, guys."
What up?
Tasha said, "That's why I relate to Chad.
I like you.
We have
Tasha.
similar life experiences, but we used them to make us stronger. He also has a great supportive life partner, and so do I." That really, really, really helps.
Yes, it does.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's so amazing to have a partner who's supportive.
I wouldn't be here without my wife. Like she's she helped me push through all that stuff when I was trying to get everything together. Like she helped me get everything together.
Kristen's a dope ass lady.
She is.
Let's be honest.
Yes.
She is. She's just a dope.
She wears many hats in our family.
Yeah, one of them is the put the boot in Chad's ass hat.
She has to, man. I'm telling you.
All right, we'll be right back. Here you go. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. All right, we are back. It is Monday on Patrick and the People, and may I remind you, please, if you're new, like us on Facebook or YouTube. Please share our pages, follow us. It all helps. We're particularly working on YouTube right now. So if you're watching us and you're not following our YouTube channel, please do. It'd be a real big help to us. So this is fascinating. Now, there's been a lot of talk in recent years about, and you're seeing a big movement away from big pharma, right?
Right.
You're seeing people begin to reevaluate things and think about them in different ways. Like everybody is trying to figure out, well, why do we have an explosion, or it seems like an explosion, of people on the spectrum, right?
Right.
I mean, when I was growing up, I don't remember maybe once or twice meeting people like that,
And it's weird because it's like some of these kids that just don't know how to behave. They're automatically considered on the spectrum.
Yeah.
I see that all the time.
It's apparently a very wide spectrum.
Yeah.
But
used to they'd just be like, they need their ass whooped.
And sometimes that was a solution.
And sometimes it worked.
Yeah. Well, check this out because I think it's interesting. Let's see what you think, though. One of the most consumed drugs in the United States and the most commonly taken worldwide may do more than take the edge off your headache. Acetaminophen, also known as Tylenol, may also increase risk-taking, according to a study that measured changes in people's behaviors when under the influence of common over-the-counter medicines. You don't think when you take Tylenol, you're under the influence.
Tylenol 3 made me feel kind of...
Well, Tylenol 3 has an additive
a couple
in it.
Coronas.
Yeah,
feel
no,
pretty
that's
good.
different. That's different. That has an additive in it. This is just Tylenol. So acetaminophen seems to make people feel less negative emotion when they consider risky activities. They just don't feel as scared. That's according to a neuroscientist from Ohio State University where they published these findings.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe it?
No, I mean, if you took it for the right reason, you took it because you had a headache. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, right.
It's chilling on the couch. I'm not trying to climb a mountain if I just took some acetaminophen.
All right. Well, it says 25% of the population takes it weekly. They have reduced risk perceptions, increased risk taking. It could have effects on society. The findings add to a growing body of research suggesting the effect on pain reduction also extend to psychological things. People experience reduced empathy and even blunting cognitive functions. Now, I've taken Tylenol. I don't take it anymore, not because of that. I take ibuprofen because it works well for me.
Right. That's
more effective for me.
Yeah.
But I've taken Tylenol when I was a kid. I took it a lot. I don't know that I feel like it did anything otherwise to me other than try to stop pain.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. That's weird.
I mean, I don't know if anybody, look, if you are taking some kind of extra risk on Tylenol, I promise you it's not like you're gambling away the family, savings account because you took a Tylenol.
That's wild, man.
It seems like it's a little bit of hyperbole to me.
Something.
I don't really know that I believe that. Now, maybe one of you guys out there have had some kind of experience with Tylenol or it made you cheat on your spouse.
Run from the police.
Run from the police. Beat somebody's ass.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah, it's the Tylenol defense.
It's acetaminophen. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's the Tylenol defense, bitch. All right, how about this? There's another trick that maybe, and this one got me. This is one of those where I watched it and I read it and I went, son of a bitch, this is not right. A growing body of evidence has linked diet sodas and other no or low-calorie foods to weight gain. So much they've issued an advisory saying do not use sugar substitutes for weight loss. It says it does not help people. It says a new study says that if you use too much, it sends a signal to your brain to eat more. So people who were using sweeteners increase their appetite drinking something that's artificially sweetened.
Well, see, they were saying at first it would give you cancer. Now they're saying this. They just don't want us having artificial sweetener for some reason.
Well, it may do all of that, but I'm just saying if it somehow makes me hungrier, I'm like, well,
wild,
shit,
man.
Come
that
on.
cancels out the whole.
Yeah, that cancels out any benefit at all. So think about that. It says artificial sweeteners may be increasing hunger signals from the brain.
Your brain's like, you're just teasing me. Now I really want some.
Now I really want it. You're not giving it to me.
Now
and
go
now
get me a whole Hershey bar.
Go find me some donuts. So, and I use artificial sweetener in my coffee. So I was like, is that what's making me want the donuts? Because it seems like I've always liked donuts, no matter what I was drinking. I don't know that made it any better or worse,
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Anyway, those are a couple little health things there for you. Check this out in the news. These are the caption here is why freak pics are dangerous. All right, what is going on? Okay, there we go. Over 1.5 million user photos collected by dating apps available on the App Store, catering to LGBTQ, BDSM, and sugar dating communities have been compromised. Data that was left publicly accessible to anyone included explicit content sent between users via direct messaging.
Oh, no.
Like all the photos that you sent of you with a ball gag and a cucumber doing something, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? It says researchers downloaded 156,000 apps. 8% of those apps discovered that they're leaving credentials in the app code accessible to anyone. In the case of BDSM People, researchers said this app alone leaked 541,000 private images, including 90,000 from direct messages.
Oh, man.
The sugar dating app Chica is thought to have leaked 133,000 private chat photos.
Some of y'all's pictures gonna be popping up on the internet.
Yeah, and not maybe the way you want. You know, you may have been trying to hide the fact you're some kind of freak nugget.
God.
You know, and now those photos might be out
Hey,
there.
ain't that your mom?
Yeah. Oh.
That's horrible.
Oh
No.
no. That's what is your mom doing with? Is that
And she ain't even getting paid? Oh man, that's what I would say.
right? And it's interesting that they call these things what they call them sugar dating,
That's wild.
which is sugar
dating.
mamas, sugar daddies.
Sugar dating.
Yeah, that's where basically you're getting paid to be a hookup. Well, no, to be a hookup.
Okay,
If I'm a college girl and you're my sugar daddy, you're paying
Right.
a lot of my bills, taking care of me,
Right.
and I'm taking care of you. Right.
Right.
You know, I don't know about it. I'm not a big supporter of that, but I guess you get your paper, boo boo.
Kind of like Belichick right now.
That's exactly right, man.
Dude,
No,
he is living.
He is
his
a sugar
best
daddy.
life,
No,
man.
I guess he is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
You
not
gotta
a
change
fan.
in some of that money for some.
Pedo.
Do you see the picture of him holding him up on her? He had her up on his feet.
Was he
like on the
rocking her?
beach.
Rocking her to sleep? Was he tucking her in, giving her a
Wow.
bedtime snack?
She's
he doing?
how old is she? 20. She's like 23,
24,
24.
20, yeah.
And he's like 70.
Yeah, he's 73, 74. Yeah, he's only 50 years old. Listen, if I was
granddaughter.
if I was 45 when you're born, I have zero business dating you.
Y'all have nothing in common.
No, if I'm 45 and you're born, pedo. Maybe legal, but you're a legal pedo.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, you ain't right. You know that's a baby. Stop it.
Just turn back the time when they get older.
And look, listen, that you're not a baby maybe to a 30-year-old. That makes sense. But to a 74-year-old, damn it, you're a baby.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, he was probably 50 actually when she was born. He was 50 when she was born.
So he was already old enough to technically be her grandpa when she was
When
born.
she was born.
That is jacked up.
Pedo. All right, let's switch gears here. This is a little more fun. Maybe not. I don't know. Magic Springs, you know, they have a concert lineup every year. And they just announced their lineup for the 2025 concert series, which takes place June 7th through August 9th. This series includes 10 outdoor shows, 14 artists. So who are they? Well, some of them I don't know, but that's okay. June 7th is Phil Wickham. Mm-hmm. I don't know Phil. He might be. He's not rock, I guess.
No.
Clay Walker, June 14th. Pretty sure he's a country artist. June 21st, Terrin Wells. June 28th, we get to a name I know, not interested in, but I know. Jesse McCartney, no relation to Paul. July 5th, Nico Moon and Austin Snell. July 12th, Chris Lane. July 19th, Bad Wolves and Puddle of Mud. July 26th, Skillet. August 2nd, Dorothy and Corey Marks. Dorothy's awesome. And then August 9th, Phil Vassar and Mark Wills. So a lot of different interesting
All
artists.
kinds of genres sounds like.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Now, you can get concert-only tickets online for $39. One-day general admission's $59. That's for the whole park. $45 for kids and seniors. So, but you can also get the smart way to do it if you love concerts is get a season pass, because then you can go to all the concerts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're down with going to the theme park anyway, you could go to the park,
Might as
go
well.
to all the concerts with a season pass. That's the smarter. If there's enough artists there, like just the last.
If you're going to two or three of them,
four.
If you're going to two or three, it'd be worth buying a pass.
It really would be worth doing that. I also get excited when you find out who's coming to the fair. You know, and of course we're a ways off from knowing that this year, but they generally have somebody pretty interesting that comes in. Yeah. Do you ever go down to Magic Springs?
Yeah. I go to Oakland every once in a while. Not really Magic Springs, but I go to Oakland.
Okay. What do you just go to Bet the Ponies when you go, or do you go to the casino?
We go to the casino, and I try to get us a room. like one of the nicer rooms, like looking over the park. Even if they're not racing, I just like looking over the field and stuff. That's kind of cool.
It is cool, man. It's super cool. I'm taking some dope pictures there. I got some sideline here while we are talking music. Went to Anthony Hamilton Friday night to see. Well, we went to a show. We bought tickets and we thought it was Fantasia was opening. You know her from American Idol. And Anthony Hamilton was the headlining act, right?
I would have thought that.
So we get there, and there's somebody on stage. I don't remember who it was. He had one hit that he played, but I don't remember his name. He was fine. But then all of a sudden, Anthony Hamilton comes out, and I'm like, what is he doing out this early? I thought maybe they're doing something unique where he comes out for a minute, then brings her out, then he comes back.
Right.
No, man. He played for 45, which was the dopest 45 minutes, by the way. He was phenomenal. But then she came out, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't know if I can watch an hour of Fantasia, to be honest with you. I mean, I like her and all, but not that much.
I'm with you on that.
So we probably bounced about 4 songs into her set, no diss, but it was just like, I don't know these jams.
Right.
You know? But, the one thing, and I don't like saying this, but the one thing about Simmons Arena, and it's been this way since it was Alltel Arena, and, I've been to concerts in places all over the damn country.
Right.
There's something about that place. I don't know why their mix is the way it is, where they have the music over the vocals sometimes. And I'm like, just turn the music down 15% so I can hear what the hell they're saying. I came to hear his voice.
Right.
Can I please hear it?
Yeah.
And at times the music overpowers the voice.
No, yeah.
It sounds like you got great speakers, but you got them turned up a little too loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm 1,000% with you on that.
Yeah, no, it's just aggravating because, I want to hear, especially that guy. That dude right there, Anthony Hamilton, if you've never listened to him, he has one of the greatest single voices I've ever heard in my life.
It's like a whole vibe.
It is a vibe.
Yeah.
He's super raspy, super blues oriented, and he's just got it. Whatever it is, he's got it.
Good day, like set back, smoking one, listen to music, like perfect, like
Yeah, no, it's exactly
Sunday music.
It is
sure.
super Sunday
Yes,
music.
I love
You're
it.
absolutely right. All right, we'll be back here in just a moment. All right.
Yeah, we're doing good, man.
Through the rubble I rise, after being left for dead. Now I'm looking for trouble, all my gauges are red. Maybe to your dismay, to learn I'm not finished. I've not gone away, and I won't be diminished. I know how you want it to be. I know exactly what you expect. But if you're out and see me, you better damn well come correct. My head is on a swivel, not gonna be blindsided. It seems your very best play may have been short-sighted. The streets don't give a damn about your so-called pedigree. You think I'm on the lam, but I'll be the one you don't see.
Talking about where I grew up.
I know how you want it to
Are they?
Yeah,
be. Know exactly what you expect.
yeah, that's what I grew up with.
Out and see me, you better damn well come correct. I know you're walking proud, got that nose way up in the air. You just better hope we don't meet until then. Well, take care. I know how you want it to be. pages are read.
All right, we are back, and yes, hot mic. See, it still happens. But listen to some of these comments. Yeah, it's pretty funny. First of all, Tasha said, "Little doggy, I couldn't believe you're the Rickshaw Mike." Yes, he is Rickshaw Mike. He is one of many names. Andy said, between the block wall and Patrick's orange shirt, looks like a prison podcast.
That's
Chad's
what we're
the
aiming
warden.
for, man.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely what we're going for. What were you saying? You were just telling me that somebody was talking about the street where you grew up or whatever. And what were you telling me, man?
Like, all right, like every neighborhood, every street, hood, whatever, has colors, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. My neighborhood is bright orange, so it's like convict orange. So
That's
everybody,
the color
yeah,
of the
like
neighborhood.
the flags and stuff you seen flying on people's pockets is always bright orange. When somebody dies, the funerals, everybody's in bright orange suits. Like,
What? How is it I've missed this? What's the color in Benton?
I don't know. I just know my colors from where I'm at, man.
I think ours is probably white, slightly translucent
I know
color
one
to
time,
represent.
I know at one time, Southwest Kings back in the day, they wore white and black. I remember that back.
Yeah, I almost was part of the Southwest Kings. I was.
No, I remember them back in the day. man.
Yeah. Well, the guy I told you about, the guy at school I went to school with, that he was one of, I guess, the founders or whatever.
Gotcha.
And I had no idea, and I was being bullied on in seventh grade real bad, and that guy Fish.
Fish.
That's what it said in the annual. Fish, nothing else. And he said, "Man, if you just run with us, we'll make sure that doesn't happen." I didn't realize I was being brought into a gang, until he stomped out one dude, and I was like, ah.
I went to one of those one time, man. Everybody's tripping. I was the only white kid. I'm like, I want to be down too, man.
I want to be down. Let's see what else is going on. Brandon said, "I just made a song." Okay, well, send it, Brandon.
Yes,
send
I
it
want to hear
out.
that, man.
Send it to us, man. Brad said, talking about Magic Springs puddle of mud coming, if Wes can stay out of trouble. That's true, man.
Mm-hmm.
That dude constantly is screwing himself up, man. He got off another good line. We were talking about, what's his name, the coach with the
Belichick.
Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "There's something way wrong if you're older than her parents."
Man,
Correct.
That is very, very
Correct.
right. Yes.
Correct. If I
Yes.
was dad, I'd smoke Bill Belichick.
Man.
But then again, Bill Belichick's probably
Probably
a
taking care-
multimillionaire. And he was going to go smoke him, and then he was like, "You want a
You know
boat?"
what? It could be a lot worse. Like,
It could be worse. I mean, you should be dating some guy our age who's worth nothing. He could be a criminal. This guy's not even going to live that much longer. I mean, just let it go. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about all that. All right, let's talk about this. So I saw this article. I thought it was interesting. If you want to feel old,
no.
the domain name for websites has been around for 40 years this month. In honor of 4 decades of websites, GoDaddy talked to U.S. consumers about what they consider red or green flags when it comes to a business website name. One thing they all agreed on, size and spelling matter. This is 15,000 adults. The overwhelming majority find oddly spelled website names a turnoff. 80% saying they've avoided buying or visiting because a website was spelled weirdly. That goes to 85% for Gen Z and millennials. What they want most is short, easy to read names that are easy to pronounce.
That makes me think they can't read.
Well, no, I struggled when I read this because I'm like, how would they know? Have you ever seen their post? They all have some shorthand way to spell or say something. I mean, I guess you could say the word Delulu is spelled right,
WYD and
except it's short for delusional. And which parent these days spells any name the way you think they should be? If you were born now, your name would be spelled CHAHD.
no,
Bobby'd be like BAWBBE.
Yeah,
Nobody can just use normal spellings anymore. So how are you going to complain about websites that do the same
Get your
thing.
names all jacked up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like these medications and their names out there.
Man, I don't know where they come up with some of them at, man.
I'm so tired of seeing medication commercials like the one that I see all the time now, Resdifra, and I'm like, why do I know this in my head? Why am I hearing that?
They stay rent-free in your head.
I know, man, and they have the most
then
ridiculous
At the
names.
end, it's always no anal leakage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, or genital leakage. If your penis has exploded, please call. Yeah, no, I'm not doing all that business, man. Come on, man. Do you think, does it bother you, websites with weird names?
No.
No.
I mean, as long as they got good product and stuff, I'm buying it.
You think Temu was a name I was going to say, but now I use them. I use Temu.
Yeah.
Amazon when I was a kid was just a river.
Right.
Now you say
Now
Amazon,
you get
nobody even thinks about the
Amazon
river.
is
They think about a river of packages
I love
coming.
me some Amazon, man.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you don't care what the name is if the deals are right.
Right.
Nobody cares about them. I mean,
No.
otherwise, how would Dick's Sporting Goods have lasted?
Right.
Why would you ever name it Dick's Sporting
There's
Goods?
so many other names.
Richards would have been fine.
Short for Dick.
But why do you want to be Dick's Sporting Goods?
Be
I mean,
Bob Sporting's good.
Yeah.
Like anything that, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just not going to happen, Not going to happen. I would never name my kid Dick or Richard or anything like that. No. I mean, I never did understand. And no diss. I'm not dissing anybody named Richard or Dick.
No, but yeah.
It's like Dick Colligan. It's like, why go by Dick, bro?
Yeah. I felt like
It just seems like it's a recipe for people messing with you
when
your
I
whole
was
life.
little, people used to call me Wick, and that was close enough to it. Because everybody used to say my
Chadwick.
name was Chadwick, but it never
Yeah.
was.
Oh, I see. No, it definitely. Very few people are named Chadwick, bro.
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman is the only one I've ever known.
A lot of my teachers used to call me that back
Did they
in like
really?
elementary. Yeah, I can remember that, man. Chadwick. Like that.
And you're like, oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Magic time.
Yeah. Let's see. It was magic time, wasn't it? Okay, check this out. This is an interesting thing, too. Something else to worry about. Texas lawyer Justin Sparks warns that driving under the influence is not limited to alcohol or drugs. Excess caffeine consumption can lead to arrest and license suspension. In a YouTube short, he says that substances like prescription medications, over-the-counter drugs, and high doses of caffeine impair driving ability.
I believe this.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, I seen them kids all jacked up in there, like, and they got the 7 brews and.
Yeah. No, it says consuming too much coffee might cause jitterness, anxiety, loss of focus, potentially leading to reckless or impaired driving charges. Yeah, man. I mean, too much caffeine. You see kids.
You crash, too.
Yeah, if you're drinking all those energy drinks, you're a heart attack waiting to
Man,
happen.
yes.
I mean, I know some people that do drink them, but if you're drinking 2, 3, 4 of those a day, man, you're just waiting for your heart to blow. You really are. I mean, that stuff's way too much.
Man, it's
caffeine.
killing like kids.
That's
like
what I'm
if
saying.
it's killing kids, it's gonna kill your old ass if you drink one. Like for real. Like I'm not drinking one. I know. Like it. No.
No.
Chad Sledge died of it. No, I don't want to hear that.
No.
I guess I wouldn't hear it, but you know what I'm saying. Like no.
Yeah, no. I
Die from drinking a soda. No, man.
No, you know what's crazy is my mom, and I don't know why she didn't end up fat. But I guess some people's metabolisms are just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
She's not diabetic and she's not fat, okay? But I know this. From the moment I remember being alive until the day I left home as a teenager, the only thing my mom ever drank was Coca-Cola. I mean, I would go to the store to get it. If she ran, it was like somebody running out of cigarettes if she ran out of Coke.
Our house was like that for a while, man.
And so, but it's never had diabetes, never got fat. And I'm like, how? How is that even possible, man? Because, I barely drink sodas at all. I'm not a fan of them in general. But I know that if you drink Coke all the time, you will get fat.
Yes. That's a lot of sugar.
That is a lot of caffeine, a lot of sugar, both, man.
Yeah, and what gets me is all them people drink all that Coke and like they use Coke to take like stains off. Like the fire department uses it and stuff, and it like takes corrosion off batteries and You know, like
Oh,
if it
yeah,
does all
no.
that stuff, it cannot be great for you
No,
to put in your body.
I think
man.
that was the first time that I ever looked at Coca-Cola a little different is when someone said, you know, you can use that to clean your battery post,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, what do you mean? And they poured it on there, and I'm like, man, that can't be doing good shit in me. You know what I'm saying? It cannot be doing good stuff inside
And
me.
I can tell you another thing. At work, I have this thing called an autoclave, an anodizer. You can put titanium jewelry in there, and you can hit it with different ohms and change different colors and stuff.
Okay.
So there's like this powder stuff you buy, and it's like some chemicals from Lowe's. You mix it with water, and shocking, it does it. Well, if you run out of that water, you can use Dr. Pepper. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of disturbing to me.
You can use Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, it's like TSP is the chemical I use, but you can use Dr. Pepper instead.
Wow.
Yeah.
So one of the 23 flavors
Yeah.
might be something that you, wow, man, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's wild.
Don't drink no Cokes.
Let's see what everybody's saying here. Good freaking morning. Y'all are the best. Thank you,
What
Crystal.
up?
We appreciate you very much, very much. Brandon said it's acidic. Yes, no, the carbonation is certainly
Just eat your
part
insides.
of it, but it's not good. It's not good. What else are people saying here? I know I just saw one that I wanted to read, but it got away from me. Well, it happens sometimes. But anyway, keep commenting. We do very much appreciate your
Yes,
comments
yes, yes.
a great deal. We always enjoy hearing from you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wrap a nail in aluminum foil, put it in Coke. It'll dissolve the nail.
Man, yes. We used to make bombs.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Used to make bombs.
Yeah, but we use muriatic acid
Oh, yeah.
and a nail, and we throw it in, put it in something like this, and put the lid on it, and throw it in the field. And we'd be breaking the house, and all of a sudden, boom! Out of nowhere, it just explodes because all the
Really?
pressure builds up, and it just explodes. Yeah.
So muriatic acid and a nail.
Nail, aluminum nail. We'll call it.
And
Yeah.
that creates the chemical reaction.
It expands, and you don't have nowhere to expand. It just
So what-
blows up.
So if you were standing there, that nail could,
Oh
in
yeah,
fact,
yeah.
be
and-
shrapnel.
Yes.
So it could
You
hurt
don't
someone.
think about that when you're 16, 17 years old, though.
No, you just think this is cool as hell.
This is cool, man.
No, we used to do, I have to tell you, we used to do a lot of dumbass things as kids
Man.
that involve stuff like that. For
Yes.
example, in our neighborhood, one of the cool things that we did, and I would still do it now, I just hadn't done it in a long time, but if you got they used to make tennis ball cans that were aluminum.
Yes.
And so you'd get the tennis ball can, you would drill a hole down in the bottom, and you would put in rubbing alcohol. And then you'd put the tennis ball in there, and you'd light that mug, and it, boom!
Just like a potato gun. We use potato guns. But yeah, same
it'd shoot
thing.
that damn tennis
Yep.
ball
Wow.
a long way.
You didn't want to get hit with that son of a bitch.
Hell no, you didn't. But I just think about, we probably could have blown ourselves up
Man.
doing stupid stuff
Yes.
like that. I mean,
That's
we were
just
always
you're
doing
holding a
shit like
bomb
that.
at that point.
Yeah,
man.
we were doing, and our parents didn't even bother them.
Don't aim it towards the house.
That's right. That's all it was. You'd be out there, having firework battles, and just don't
Yeah.
throw them towards your face.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's a bad idea, Mom, to shoot any bottle rockets at anybody. I know it seems fun until somebody's blown up.
We always used the Roman candles because they were quiet.
Oh, yeah.
You could do them like all year long, like shooting at people through the neighborhood.
Again, safety first.
We'd
Safety
roll
first.
up and light them in the car and shoot them out of the car at people.
Yeah, I bet we randomly, on accident, and probably never knew we had to start fires everywhere.
Oh, man.
We were blowing stuff up, lighting stuff up.
Always.
I mean,
Little
any way we
pyros,
could
man.
light something on fire, we would do it.
It was, it was going on fire.
Yeah, and I don't know how that never resulted more badly for someone in my neighborhood. Did it? Anybody in your neighborhood ever blow themselves up doing something that wasn't a meth lab?
Yeah. Well, he got in trouble for this, so I can speak on it. One time they were blowing up a car.
He said, "Hold on, hold on." He said, they." Yeah, go ahead.
They were blowing up a car.
They were blowing up a car.
And all right, so stolen car, they're gonna burn it. So
Okay, yeah.
pour gasoline all in the car down this ravine. They're gonna push the car down the ravine and throw a match in there right before it goes down the ravine. It's gonna
So it
blow
catch
up
fire.
and then roll down the hill. Right.
Yeah.
We're throwing somebody's throwing matches, finally it hits, and when it hits, it just whoom, and like blows out, and like people on the side, like it knocks them to the ground. Like
Oh,
it's
wow.
such a
Because it hadn't gone over yet.
right. But check this out. It catches. It goes down the ravine. Everybody's like, oh yeah. When it quits rolling, there's a trailer in the damn woods, right? And we parked this car, a burning car, right in front of this dude's house.
Oh, no. It rolled down the hill in front of his house?
It was a trailer, like in the middle of nowhere, man.
Just
like,
randomly
Yeah,
there.
and it goes down the hill, and we're like, oh,
Did
yeah.
it hit it?
It's gone. No, but it's like over
Luckily.
here, and there's a trailer. And when it goes down the hill, it like lights up the woods. So you're like, oh, damn, there's a house.
Oh, no. I bet when that dude came out, he's like, what the hell is going on here, man? But so you lit in the compression wave.
Yeah, knocked
everybody
people down,
back.
man. Yeah, it was
That's
wild.
crazy. Gasoline is no bullshit.
Man, no.
No, I remember Laura had some brilliant idea. I don't remember what it was, but I know she wanted to start a fire, like a fire pit fire or something. And she was on the back deck, and she took gas and put it in a cup.
Oh, no.
And so she was throwing it on the fire, and guess what happened?
Goosed her ass.
It came back up towards the
Yes.
cup. So what did she do? She let go of the cup. Well, the cup was all over the deck. So she comes in the house and she goes, hey, the deck's on fire. I'm like, what? And I come out, and sure enough, the deck was on fire, and I'm putting it out, and I'm like, how did that happen? She, well,
I don't know.
I was like, you are banned from any flammable substances,
Come on,
period. Do not, you are no longer allowed to use gasoline, lighter fluid, anything like that. So don't do it. You are banned permanently from it.
I like how she just runs from it. The house is on fire.
You know, she came in to tell, hey, the deck's on fire. Well, put it out. Get some water. Damn. No, we put it out. Joel said we made sparkler bombs
Man,
with metal
yes.
stems. Wow, yeah, that's probably bad. Little Doggy said we made carbide bombs. I found 50 pounds of carbide in a dump and brought it home. My dad took it away from me, but I already had some in my pocket. Carbide and water make acetylene. Yeah, that sounds like it.
Fun times.
Sounds like it could be really, really bad, to be honest with you. That does sound like it could be bad. You know, I'm not saying it is, but it could be, right? Hey, just want to mention to you that today is that day if you're looking for a deal on some brew. And you're always looking for a deal on brew, right? Go over to Stone's Throw. It's at 402 East 9th. Today is $5 Crowler Day. Now, I've told you this a million times, and you forget. Every Monday, you forget.
It's like a 40, man.
All right, take your ass over to Stone's Throw and tell them that we sent you, and you'll get another 50 cents off. That's $4.50 for 32 ounces of any beer they have on tap. They don't have exceptions like a lot of breweries. Any beer they've got, go in there and get it for $4.50 if you tell them that
We need to bring that big Crowler bottle that's in
Yeah,
the
we
back,
do. We need
set
to
it in
bring
here
it
and show
in,
y'all.
just
Like,
sit it up
it's
here.
huge.
It's-
It's like a 40 in a can, man.
It's a monster, baby.
Yes.
It's a monster.
You'd be feeling good after that.
Yeah, it's a good lunch buzz. You know, I shouldn't say that. That is inappropriate. I apologize. That was just
The
wrong
truth.
of me to say. Yeah, it is the truth, though. I mean, to be honest. Let's do this before we got to do something else here. Yeah, feels right.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard rock drowning some honey. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny.
Well,
This
it
shit
could be
ain't
funny.
This
It could be, because there's a lot of things here to talk about today. Trust me. Hold on. Stop.
Come on, Luke.
Stop, Luke. You got to finish. Gotta get done, man. Got to finish this up. Yeah, a lot of stuff in here today that is wild that I saw over the weekend. I mean, just so many stories that popped up. So this one right here is, hold on, let me get this. This anesthesiologist in Hawaii. So a very rich, well-educated doctor. Newly released court documents reveal a woman's terrifying firsthand account of how her husband allegedly tried to kill her on a hiking trail in Hawaii this week. I mean, what mixed emotions? You're in beautiful Hawaii,
Right.
but then your husband's trying to kill you, you know? Gerhard Koenig. Sounds like a villain in a Indiana Jones movie. Gerhard Koenig. A 46-year-old anesthesiologist charged with attempted second-degree murder. He made his first appearance in court where prosecutors presented evidence against him. The wife told police they were hiking at Oahu's Pali Lookout Trail when Koenig stood close to the edge and asked her to take a selfie, but she declined. She told police she didn't feel comfortable taking a picture that close to the edge and began to walk back. He allegedly started yelling at his wife, pushed her in the bushes. When she managed to get away, he picked up a rock and hit her in the head 10 times while grabbing the back of her hair and smashing her face in the ground. She told police she started yelling for help before locating 2 other hikers and crawling over to them. She was trying to get away. She observed him reaching into his bag, taking out 2 syringes before he tried to use them on her. One of the hikers in the court told police she heard a woman screaming, "Help me, help me," and that prompted her to run to the top of the trail. She told police when she reached the couple, she found Koenig on top of his wife, striking her in the head with a rock. So he's trying to kill me. The second hiker, Sarah, and the 2 women helped her flee to safety. She suffered multiple large lacerations to her face and head and trauma for sure. His bail is set at $5 million.
I'm sorry. I hate to say it like this, but if I hit somebody in the head with a rock 10 times, they ain't gonna be yelling for help.
No, you did.
Yeah, like how they like he must have been like
He had soft hands. He's an anesthesiologist.
take that.
Yeah, it's exactly. He had very soft hands. That's exactly.
That is messed up, man.
No, that's way messed up, isn't it? I mean, seriously.
It's like he's trying to give her brain damage instead of killing her.
Yeah, that's true. A 78-year-old East Alabama woman who visited her neighbor's mom died this week after her neighbor's dogs attacked the elderly woman while the 2 friends embraced in a hug. Patricia Marie Burt died Tuesday, one day after the attack in her next-door neighbor's yard in rural Beulah, an unincorporated community at the Georgia state line. The sheriff got a call at 5:15 for a dog attack. Authorities, the deputies, found several people trying to help an elderly woman who had been mauled by 2 large cane corsos.
Oh, shit.
Do you know how big cane corsos are, bro?
Huge, man.
Do you know how big they have? You've seen them.
I looked at them.
When you see them on TikTok, they look like the biggest pit bull you've ever seen in your life.
They're awesome, man.
They are just beasts. They're nothing but muscle.
They're like a mastiff, but a bulldog.
Yeah, they're like nothing but muscle and meanness.
Yeah.
Witnesses said that she walked over to the neighbor's house next door where both dogs lived to visit her friend, whose son lived in the home. She hugged her friend, and the dogs attacked her. Family members and neighbors tried to get the dogs off of her, but it wasn't until a family member grabbed a gun and shot both dogs they let go of her. She died the next day.
That's the dog I was looking at before I got my last dog. Like I was really looking at those, man.
When I tell you, their heads are so big, they're massive.
Yes.
I mean, their heads are so damn big.
But you hear them stories. There's stories out there about stuff like that. That's my main reason I didn't go there.
Yeah, no, I mean that's
they're awesome dogs though, man. Like if you need something to sit in your yard and scare the hell out of people, that's your dog right there.
That'll do it.
It's like a pit bull on steroids.
Yeah. Well, authorities arrested a man accused of sex trafficking after a teen girl ran into a hotel lobby screaming for help in Sacramento. Deputies called when a 17-year-old was being sex trafficked. Officials learned she was being trafficked, pimped out for sex. The victim told detectives she had hooked up with Alfred Walker, who's 26, and then he drove her around numerous cities to perform sexual acts. That's how desperate she was. She's running out of a hotel room, screaming for help in a lobby for someone to please help. That's the police sergeant. Walker used a handgun to threaten her multiple times. She tried to leave at one point. He threatened to shoot family members and friends who attempted to help her. In another incident, he poured hot coffee on her to punish and threaten her when she tried to refuse to work. The victim alleged that Walker contacted clients to coordinate sex acts between the buyer and victim and kept all the money himself. Hey, pimp.
That's called pimping.
Yeah, but you're supposed to get some of the money, right?
No, that's a real pimp.
Oh, that's a real pimp. Okay, my bad. My apologies, sir.
Pimping.
Yeah. Authorities found Walker on February 27th driving in Sacramento. He was apprehended without incident. He had a fully loaded 1911 pistol. He had crystal, meth also, and other things in the vehicle. Detectives said they fear there are likely more unreported victims that may have potentially been pimped by Walker, who, as you say, is a real pimp.
It's a real pimp.
It ain't Cat Williams.
No,
that's a real pimp. That's pimping.
That's pimping.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that's terrible, man. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible, man. Can you imagine if that was your 17-year-old daughter out there, man? That's terrible, man. I would kill somebody.
There used to be a pimp in the neighborhood, and he used to carry a damn, what was it, a clothes hanger.
To beat them?
Yeah, that way it would leave like bruises on them and stuff. You can't make this shit up, man.
What are you talking about?
Like, that's how he hit them with the damn clothes hanger.
So that he wouldn't leave
Like
bruises
on them.
Now, I've heard about hitting people with phone books.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of an
But
old...
it's kind of hard to carry around a phone book and be like, oh, hold on.
Well, who's got a phone book anymore? When's the last time you even saw a phone book, honestly?
Man, I ain't seen one in 5, 6
They
years
used
at
to
least,
drop
man.
them off every, like once a year on my driveway, and I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? Do you think anybody is using this honestly?
Oh, man. Nobody's got landlines.
Who looks up a phone in a phone book anymore?
No, you Google it.
Yeah, why? Old people.
Yeah.
No disrespect to old people,
Same
but you're
people
the
that
only
are
one.
still writing checks.
That's right. The lady at Walmart that made you wait 10
Man,
extra minutes
still
so she
have
could write a
old
check.
ladies come in and they'll get their ears pierced and be like, do you take a check?
Hell no, I don't.
I've had to a couple times.
You just do it on
Yeah, 'cause
instinct,
I
like,
just
well,
feel
I
bad
guess I
for 'em,
trust
man.
him. Yeah.
You know, like if it bounces, it bounces. You just feel, you know what I'm saying? Like it's somebody's grandma, man. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, yeah.
Okay. All right. This is also pretty gross. A Portland, Oregon man is trying to figure out who's putting jugs of pee in his recycling bin.
Nah, I be trying to figure it out.
Alex Van Duyn said the problem started in September. He noticed his recycling bin hadn't been collected. The hauler refused to take the bin's contents because urine, surprise, is a biohazard. The person kept dumping gallons into jugs, or gallons in jugs. So he's peeing, filling up gallon jugs, dropping it in the bin every day. Finally, he stopped putting the bin at the curb, and the suspect's now using other neighbors' bins to throw the pee away. There's video of the person dumping the pee, but it's too grainy to ID. Why are you peeing in a jug and dumping it in people's trash?
I'd set up a damn game cam and just put an end to all this madness.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Damn well not. I'm going to put on camo and makeup.
You're gonna jump out the car
and I'm jumping out with a gat. And I'm going to say, go ahead and drop it in there, bitch. Please, drop it in there.
Jump out with some nunchucks
No.
and just smack him in the head.
Yeah, I'm going to say, no, you take that jug right now. You unscrew that milk cap and you dump it over your head, or I'm going to shoot you right in the sack. I'm going to de-grape you right now. One of those grapes is going to say bye. So what do you want to do?
That is horrible.
No, you're not going to be dumping your pee in my trash can, you sick son of a bitch.
What is that on training day where he takes the 2 pistols and hits him in the nuts with it? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
left or right or something like that, and he's man, that always.
Oh,
me,
no, man.
Yeah.
That's painful,
Yes.
too. Listen, people don't understand. Like, guys, me and my boys used to do it. We don't
man,
anymore. The sack tap.
slap, yes. Oh,
Yeah, you just
God.
go pop like that.
No, man.
And listen, for about 2 seconds, you think you're okay.
Then it hits.
And then it hits, and you're like,
right in your gut.
yeah, and it's just, listen, this is one thing I don't think ladies could ever understand. I mean, I can't understand labor, but I can only imagine it has to be close to that level of pain.
I got my buddy so good one time at school he puked.
Well, that's not a sack tap. That's a nut punch.
Nah,
No, you just tapped him?
he puked.
Damn, man, that is a good tap right there. Was he mad?
Oh yeah, he's pissed. But yeah, I got
Are you still friends?
No, yeah, that's my best friend.
Oh, yeah. No, we're good. Yeah. Hit each other in the balls all the time, man. No big deal. Yeah. No,
Back
we used to
then,
do
man,
that.
everybody used to do it, man.
My wife, the problem was my wife got mad. She's like, y'all got to quit that. All right.
Was she jealous?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure why she even cared about it, but it was everybody was doing it all the time, and I guess it just annoyed her. You know how that is. It's a wife thing. She's like, I don't like it. Okay. Good enough. I'm done.
Too much Max Sinner, didn't he?
Let's see. Mike said, that's why I like little dogs, talking about those cane corsos.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. Little dogs have their own, they may not have
The big
the
bodies.
danger, but they're way more annoying.
Yeah.
I'd rather be mauled by a cane corso than yapped at for 2 hours by a chihuahua.
Right.
Just go ahead and kill me. I got to listen to that yapper for 2 hours. I'm going to punt him across the yard.
God.
Like a field goal. Let's see. Brandon said, hey, that beer at Stone's Throw is great beer, too.
It is.
It is good. It is. It's super good. All right. Man, what do you got going on this week, Chad? Anything?
Bunch of piercings, hopefully. Well, it'll be calming down a little bit because everybody's going back to school and stuff
Yeah,
like
back to
that.
school.
So I'm sure I'll be doing a lot of ordering.
So were you piercing a lot of younger people this week
Man,
coming in from spring break?
Yeah, all kinds of ages, man. Because, like, a lot of times a parent will bring a kid in and they'll get something to make the kid feel a little bit more comfortable. So I end up doing, like, the mom, the daughter, sometimes.
Pause.
Oh, yeah. Pause.
Pause.
But I've done, like, 3 generations before. Like, I did a mom, a grandma, and a mother nose piercings. Like,
Nose piercings,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, that's cool.
I
Yeah.
threw that in there.
So let me ask this, and I think I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but if a female comes in and says, hey, I want to get my headlights done,
Right?
you have to be 18 or older, right?
Right. Man,
Can't
you'd
be
be
16.
surprised how many parents call for their underage kids trying to sign for.
For that?
Man, yes.
Why would you?
Man,
Why
some
would
of
you
these
ever
parents,
get an
man,
underage kid nipple rings? On what planet would you do that?
They'll be like 17. You know what I'm saying? But still, man, like
No,
you
no,
can't
hell
touch
no.
them, man. Like that's
No,
a charge.
no.
There's a reason.
No.
There's
Why
laws
would you
in place.
ever want? If they're 18 or older, fine.
They think
but
it's because it's kind of like a procedure, so it makes it okay. No, they
no,
don't.
it's not.
No.
And they don't need. Why do they? Do you want some
That's
guy
why-
playing ring toss with?
That's why does your 17-year-old daughter need her nipples?
Yeah,
pierced?
ask yourself why you're green lighting this, because I tell you what you're green lighting. If she's still in school, everybody gonna want to see him.
Man, yeah.
And you know what? Everybody probably
And
gonna see
everybody
him.
gets mad because there's piercing laws in Arkansas. But that is why there's piercing laws in Arkansas.
Why do they get mad? Because they can't
Because
get
they
things?
they're like, well, I'm the parent. If I sign, I should be able to. And I
Well,
get that, and it's
You know what?
true.
You're the parent, but you can't get your 14-year-old in the army either, bitch. Okay, settle down. Sorry, I shouldn't say it like that.
But yeah,
But settle down, simmer
but no,
down.
yeah, yeah. And like you'll hear the parent call, and the kid will be in the background just talking smack.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, so I
That's
have to, like,
stupid. Okay, well, you're 14. Shut up. Sit down. The
I'm
adults
like, I
are
see
talking.
who runs this family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of times what it is. But
Yeah, no, there's no way in the world I would do that.
yeah, Arkansas's got
Absolutely.
laws, and they have to.
Well, no, that's what apparently this is why they have to.
Yeah, and I lose a lot of money because, I mean, in my mind, I really don't see nothing wrong with like a 15-year-old getting her nose pierced or like a cartilage piercing, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But people are going to take it too crazy.
So can you not do that
No,
at
no,
15?
you got to be
So hold on. So ears are the only thing you can pierce until you're a certain age?
yes in the state of Arkansas.
So what age do you have to be?
You got to be at least 16 years old to pierce anything besides cartilage.
All right, but you got to be 18 to get your nip.
You got to be 18 to get anything else pierced.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, or
Cartilage,
whatever else
yes.
it may be. that,
Nose piercings, anything.
You know, little south of the border things and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And guys, don't forget that Chad loves to help you guys out too.
Screw
Not
you,
just
man.
the ladies. What?
I know what you're doing. We've already had this discussion that I've never done one, but Laura hadn't told you she's bringing you up to me, and we're going to do my first
Hell
one
no.
on you.
Hell no. I'll tell you what. Anybody gets anything that has a sharp point near that, they're catching a fresh one. There's no way I ever.
Man,
know.
this guy came in the other day and was talking about his wife was pierced down low, and he was like, "Do you got anything without a spike?" And I was thinking, She's got a spike now.
Oh no! Can you? Oh no!
No.
You're getting stabbed nonstop.
And that's what he said. He's like, it's really uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, I imagine so. I look the other way so I don't die getting stabbed every time. Man, I'm gonna die from a
We're
million.
gonna find you some jewelry, my man. We're gonna
Yeah,
find
no.
something.
If I had a round one or something, man, I don't know what.
But yeah,
Oh,
I was
no.
like, that's a little TMI, but I feel you, man.
No, man, I don't want anything near that. Embarrassingly, and I don't know how many guys have this story. I mean, they made it famous in There's Something About Mary.
Oh.
But it was not the beans, it was the Frank I zipped up. And it was real bad for me. It hurt.
Gotta take the
yeah.
tracks back.
Yeah, and after that, I was like, no, I'll never. There's no needle. There's nothing ever going to be around that.
Nope.
No, I no. It was a bad moment in my life.
I just, no.
Yeah, you just it just went too fast. Tasha said nipple piercings are just weird to me. I had a girlfriend who had hers done, and she ended up taking them out.
Tastes like you got your keys in your mouth and you with your wife.
Brant, you right? Oh my God, I never thought that's hilarious. Like your keys are in your. Hold on, man.
Thank you.
Ew, no, that's the best description. Like you got a dirty
It
penny
is, man. It's like
on your,
having
on your
keys.
lady's
Like,
boob.
think about it, man.
You
Like,
got a dirty penny
at
nipple.
least you get some plastic jewelry. Like, you're gonna take some keys, man.
That's wild, man. I never thought about that. But Brandon said they're not really attractive, anyways.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's in the eye of the beholder, right?
Right.
I mean, honestly, you know, some guys look. It's very different. Just like I'm sure with ladies, it is. You know, some guys like small boobs. Some guys like big. Some like
Right.
pierced, unpierced. I mean, some like them natural. Some like them not.
Right.
You know, I'm an all natural guy, but I'm not knocking anybody. I think surgery became less attractive to me when I was about 13 and my mom got a boob job.
I was.
And I was like,
My wife's been pushing for boob jobs since we got married, and I was about to do it until I started piercing a lot of girls that have them.
Yeah.
And it's like they're so hard and stuff like that. Like
Well, you can. I mean, look, you can immediately tell the difference when you see them
I
out
can
in the wild.
But I can tell the difference in a good surgeon did it and about a $15,000 job, and there's some girls coming in like $20,000-$25,000 jobs, and you can tell complete difference, man.
Really?
Yes.
So they're like more realistic, more.
Yeah, they're not so hard. Some of them feel like rocks. Like when you go to put it, like it's hard. Like I wouldn't like that.
Yeah. Why would you want cement
Something that
blocks
hit you
on
in
your
the head.
chest?
Yeah, hit you in the head and like knock you out. Like,
Yeah. No, I don't want a cement block.
Get a bloody nose from hitting the nose with a nipple. No, I'm good.
And hopefully they have a ring in it that catches on you.
Like it's hard. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not soft.
Or they put those barbells in. That's another one. The barbells they put in on the nipples.
On the
right?
nipple piercings, yes.
Yeah.
You usually just see little balls on each side of the nipples, what most girls go for.
Yeah. So they use the barbell versus the hoops.
Yeah, I see more with the barbells instead of the hoops.
Yeah, because hoops catch on
Hoops kind of flip up in your bras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it seems. What about going through the metal detector at the airport?
I guess I got to want them.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's beep, beep, what do they have to
I guess
show them? What do they got to go get?
Have you flown when they do this aggressive search? Because I get hit up with TSA. I don't know if there's something in the books from back in the day or what. You can ask my wife. Every time we go to TSA, I'm like, here, hold on my shit. They're fixing it all through me, man. And they do. Like, they hit me up the last time we went to Mexico.
No, I've never had this happen.
Listen to this shit, man. We go to Mexico, and they're like, oh, you got to go over here. So I'm like, all right. So
Mexico ain't America. It's a whole different
well,
world.
we're going to Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So they put me over there, and they make me go through the x-ray machine.
Yeah.
And it shows the problem areas in red. Guess where my problem area is at?
Your Johnson?
On my ass.
On your ass?
Yes, there's a red spot on my ass. So the guard walks up to me. He's like, we can do this out here, or we can go in the back. And I was like, what's fixing
Do
to go
what?
down? He was like, I'm going to aggressively search you.
He said that?
Yes.
Literally.
Literally. And I'm like, we're staying right here. And I just threw my
Yeah.
arms out.
Oh, come on. Get on in there.
So he just, I mean, like, he
You better hope I wiped good, bro.
grabbed nuts, grabbed ass. Like,
Did he really?
Yes. Like, it's called aggressive search, man. I felt very violated.
Did you get a phone number or
Nothing,
anything?
man.
Like, are you going to call me later?
Man,
What happens after
There's
this?
a picture of me and Manny Fresh at the airport
Yeah.
in Little Rock. And we were going through TSA, and he was beside me when the shit happened. He's laughing at me walking through a
Really?
TSA, and I'm like, he's fucking a rapper, and you're throwing me off. Yeah, my wife's cracking up, and he's cracking up walking through. Yeah.
Yeah, so they
Manny
checked
Pressure's
you.
like, look at the white boy getting messed with.
Look at the cracker getting it. That's hilarious, man. Brandon said, what did you put up your butt, Chad?
Nothing. Never. Exit only.
It's not a purse.
No, it's not
It's
my
not a
prison
storage
purse.
unit.
No.
No, I understand.
I'm like at all the places to light up red. Why there?
No, I've never had anything like that happen at
Man,
the airport
every
to
time
me.
I go to the airport, it's every time.
But I just don't think I put off that vibe. You know
I
what
try
I mean?
not to, and I guess that's my mess up. I try to walk straight, and they're
Well,
like, oh,
you
they
probably
look
got
off.
them eyes are probably, about half closed, and you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, I always think
Got the
about
ball
4 or 5
cap.
gummies before I go in.
Yeah, there it is. You're way too chill for somebody flying. That's what it is. Everybody's all anxious, and you're just chill
Like
as
the
hell.
wheels can fall off
Whatever.
the bitch, and we're good,
Whatever, man. Yeah, sure. Whatever. And they're like, no, this guy ain't right. Something's wrong here. The craziest thing to me was, because I've gone on cruises.
Right.
But when you fly into Mexico, which the first time we went to a resort and we flew in. And I'm going to tell you something. You're in a different place because as soon as you land and you get off the plane, they got guards in there with machine guns.
Like they ain't
and you're
messing
like,
around.
oh, shit.
Yes.
This is no joke, right? It makes you real nervous.
Big old hall, like a big area, just a huge area.
And
like,
you got some act right in you
yes,
immediately.
You better act right.
No, you get that act right away. As soon as you see them guys standing there with machine guns, you're like, oh, this is
We were
militarized.
on the beach, and they rode up in the truck, and they had a gunner on top and stuff.
wow.
Like, pictures of it. I was
Really?
like, what the hell?
Man, the weirdest or the worst one for me, and I thought, as a matter of fact, Laura was so mad because I swore I told her, I'm not going to bring anything.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Because I didn't want her to worry, but I brought something. You know what I mean? I'm going to Mexico. I need something. You know what I'm saying? And I did it cleverly, I thought. But even so, when we got off the ship to go to port and we were walking up there's a big concrete pier.
Right.
You've ever been to
I
Mexico
know
when the
exactly.
cruise ship
I've
pulls
seen
up?
people running for the ship on that
Yeah,
thing. Yes.
and so everybody that's ever been to, Mexico has been
Right.
on one of these concrete piers. And so as soon as we get off the boat, we walked maybe, 100 to 200 feet. And from in between two buildings, all of a sudden, here come police with dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, everybody stop right there.
Yep.
And it was us. And they put the dog on our bags, and I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to die. I'm getting ready. I'm never going to make it home. No, they're going to find this, and I'm done. It's over for me. I know this already. I'm going to be the gone gringo, But luckily, they did not. But I'm going to tell you, my butt puckered. Oh,
Man,
my God.
yes.
Ooh, I thought I was toast, bro.
We came back from California. I brought back a bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have brought back. And I put it all, most of it in the wife's phone. But she
didn't know?
She knew because I always get hit at the airport. I'm like, you know what's going to go down when we go through this airport. Like,
Yeah, it's going to be me, not you, baby. So,
like, come on, please, just carry this.
yeah. And she was the mule. You made her the mule, bro.
Oh, the whole family, my son, my young, like everybody was. They didn't know it.
God damn.
I'm like, we're all going down.
You took the whole family. Yeah, if I go down, all of us are
It
going.
was just like little things of wax, but I did like in everybody's pants are at least like 1 gram
Oh,
of wax
no,
in every
man.
pair of pants.
No, man. No, man. Stop it.
Sledge family outings.
No, I told you I bought what's called saw palmetto, which is it's a leafy supplement.
Oh yeah, you told me how you got it all baller out.
Yeah, and I took those emptied them. I took those capsules apart, emptied them out, put weed in them,
That's
closed
smart,
them,
man.
put a little dot with a Sharpie on them, and just threw them back in with the rest of them and
There
shook
you
it
go.
up. And nobody ever knew differently, But I was concerned because I was like, can the dog smell it? But luckily, I guess in those capsules it was pretty encapsulated. But I was like, yeah, no, I'm about to be in big trouble here. I ain't got enough money to pay him off today.
The first cruise me and my wife took, I took brownies. We made brownies. I just took brownies.
Yeah.
That worked.
That worked?
Yeah, it worked.
No, I could see that. That would work just fine.
But there's pictures of me going through all that, and I've got sweat spots.
Just from being nervous?
Yes, my wife still messes with me about that.
That's hilarious.
I got like an Echo. Remember Echo?
Oh, yeah. I love Echo Unlimited, bro.
She messes with me because she's like, "You're Echo."
still
and I used to wear Sean John. Oh my God, P
No,
Diddy stuff.
but
I used to rock that stuff.
I've got some Echo sweatpants I still
I
rock.
got some Echo sweatpants I still got.
I've had them for probably, I don't know, 10 years,
yes, at
man.
least,
They're good
man.
sweats.
Yes.
I like Echo.
Yes.
I think that's Mark Jacobs' brand.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if they still make it.
I don't think so.
Remember
man.
South Pole?
Yes, I got some South Pole. I got some white and blue South Pole joggers.
Yeah, I used to like South Pole because it's really made for fat people.
It's really
I mean,
comfortable.
anybody can wear it,
It's
but
really
fat
comfortable.
people,
It's really
yeah.
comfortable, really thick, durable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that stuff, man. I wish they had more of that stuff would come back, man.
Yeah, I sure love Echo for sure. But yeah, South Pole I like, but it was always so
That's like
big.
back in the Jinko jeans and stuff.
Yeah,
man.
those Jabos and things like that. Yeah.
They were talking about Jabos the other day, man. That dude got paid. No, it was the FUBU guy that made the FUBU jeans.
For us, by us.
Yeah, but the guy that was putting all the designs on there.
Oh.
All he said he wanted was $1 for every pair of jeans he done. He didn't want nothing. It was just him.
Yeah.
They said that dude banked like $3 million or something like that off
Wow.
them jeans. $3 million. It was just him. He was doing it by himself.
We're just putting patches
He didn't
on
have
it
to pay
and stuff.
nobody. It was just him just doing it.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
wild, dude.
Because like the guy that's on Shark Tank, the black guy on there, he's the one that he's one of the co-founders of FUBU.
Oh,
So he was
is.
breaking it down the
I
other
didn't
day.
realize
yeah,
that.
he was breaking it down the other day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people may not know FUBU. If you
For
didn't
Us,
hear me,
By Us.
For Us, By Us. Yeah, a black created business.
Yeah.
But a lot of people wore them. It
Yeah.
wasn't just black people.
I wore it back in the day.
I did not, but it wasn't because I didn't want some. It's just because we were too broke to get them. I was rocking some Pro Wings.
Mine
or
might have
something.
been some knockoff, but I had some
Yeah,
FB.
I had something called farters instead of starters. You know what I mean? Something like that. When I was a kid, members only was real big.
Yeah.
It was a jacket
Yeah,
that everybody
yeah.
wanted.
Members
to wear.
only jackets. Yeah.
Yeah, and so when starter came out, it was the biggest thing in the
Man,
world.
I had me a starter jacket.
Man, if you had a starter jacket then,
I got robbed for my starter jacket.
yeah, a lot of people probably did.
Got a gun. That's my first time I had a pistol pulled on me.
Really?
Leaving junior
Yeah,
high.
the first time.
The first time.
How many times have there been?
A couple times.
I've got a couple. Yeah, I've told
Sometimes
them,
it was the police, man.
but I never had that.
Man, that
Never
about
had a-
shot me one day, man.
Never had a pistol pulled on me by an officer.
I had
But
pneumonia one day, and I walked out of my house, and my neighbor's house was getting raided, and my mom was there taking care of me, and they were walking through the backyard, and they had pistols and stuff, and they were like, either be quiet, or he said, either shut the or lay down. And I was just like, and I just went to the ground, and all of a sudden you hear all the boom, 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 and they're like knocking in the doors, and
oh wow.
yeah, it was wild.
Okay, so I was wrong. I did have one time that it happened, and I was, man, I was pretty young. I somewhere between 19 and let's say 22, and back then, if you had a car and you had problems, a lot of times you fix it yourself.
Right, right.
And so I was going to the salvage yard to get something I needed to fix my car, right? And I went to, it was Otter Creek Auto Salvage was the name of it. And so I pulled in and I walked into, where everybody is, and they go, what are you looking for or whatever? Because I was going to say, where can I find such and such?
Right.
But there was nobody in there. And it's open. It's the middle of the day. I know it's open. So I'm like, well, they must be helping other people. So I just started walking down the main thing and made a right, and I'm walking down this big aisle, and I'm tripping because I'm like, where's everybody at, man? All of a sudden, like 5 cops come out with guns and go, well, who the are you? What are you doing here? I'm like, man, I just need a part, bro.
Right.
They were doing a sting operation, and I'd walked in the middle of it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I walked right in the middle, and luckily they said, "You get out of here now. Get out now." And I was like, "Yep, I'm gone."
Damn.
You don't have to tell me twice. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, they thought I was the sting."
That's crazy.
I know,
They're
right?
fixing to pounce on
I
your
know. Yeah, I was getting ready to get bodied for a show, bro. All right. Real quick, just want to say thank you to everybody,
Yes.
man, for the support, for all that you're doing. Please if you can help us out with our fundraiser for the blocks, we just need a few $100 more to get that wrapped up. And also, if you could like and share our YouTube page, that would be great. The other thing you could do is just tell people about us. There's still so many people who don't know right now. Let them know that we're out here. Chad, if somebody wants to come see you about a piercing tomorrow, not today,
Right.
because you're closed today, it's your
Right.
Sunday.
Right.
What's the deal? How do they come see you tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be in the shop 12 to 6. You can come see me at 1008 East Oak, Conway, Suite 104. Or you can give me a call, 501-269-5148. I will take care of you.
Yes, and if you need help with real estate, as a matter of fact,
That's your man right there.
I've got a closing today here at 11 o'clock. My friend, you guys, some of you know who he is, Kerry.
Yes.
He's co-owner here of Legion.
Mm-hmm.
His son, Noah, and his lady are getting a house. And I have to tell you that, once again, this is one of those things I've been telling y'all about. $2,000 is what they're spending total out of pocket to get into this home.
Way more than I spent.
$2,000 total is all they're spending to get into this home. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's
man.
very
That's
exciting
very
to help
cool,
a first-time buyer with something like that. You know what I mean? They're so happy.
$2,000, man. God.
I mean, that's wild,
a
isn't it?
deal, man.
It's wild.
I paid double that and a little more.
Yeah, and now that's super cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's crazy to have it that cheap.
Because I went in thinking I was going to have to spend 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's sometimes, man, there are some deals out there, but you got to know what to do.
Right.
And that's what I'm here to help you do. You can call me 575-5485. You can message me on Facebook. You can email me. There's a million ways to get a hold of me. Just find a way. Reach out to me. Get me your information, and we'll go to work and find you something dope. All right.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, we will be back tomorrow. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. All right.
Peace.